However, the one person who... Oh, Shoma does linguistics. Oh, yeah, I'll hang out with Shoma. I like Shoma. Wish he was still yoked out, but hey, what's up? Interesting. Just a little ... from him. I'm sorry? You guys! My wish! I found the Dragon Balls! Oh man, this whole segment has to be the intro. Good day, good people. So I find day in the year of the paradigm. Tooling Dave Bravo, Dave Anomaly, No Cars. If you know me as the man who's about to record probably a couple episodes worth of this over the next couple of days, so you'll likely see me probably even in this episode change the tires, because I feel like I'll record a little bit today and then a whole lot on the Monday that I have off. But I'm the United States Aviator. Welcome back to 100 Line. We're at day 45. I'm hoping that in the stretch of recording that I do over this weekend, I'm at least at day 70. Mainly because it feels like once we have the twins situated, it should just be a long shot to the end. But my only question is, do we actually make it to day 100 on this route? Do we make it to day 100 on any, all of the routes or any of the routes is my other question. Regardless, let's get back in 100 Line. Last time, the group finally came together. We are now one, well, I don't know that. We could be arguing in the cafeteria right now. That being said, we saw yoked out Shoma, which is my new favorite thing. I think it's probably, I love that sprite more than I love Finger Guns Darumi, but Finger Guns Darumi has to be on every single thumbnail now. If you have not been paying attention to the thumbnails, she's in all of them. Except for the first one. I might go and edit the first one. That being said, so if you're watching this now, it probably isn't edited. But like 2 or 3 episodes down the line, don't be surprised if you just see, you know, somewhere deep in the cut of the thumbnail of the first stream that we did for this series. You just see a little bit of this. Do not be surprised. Before we start, there is one thing I need to check, just in terms of recording, because I know I've got to move files around to this new drive so that we have plenty of space to just go crazy with recording today. So you guys shouldn't really be here for this, but it is something I just remembered to do before I started this. I could probably do it in between this take and the next take, because I got plenty of room for this take. Yeah, I got plenty of room for this take here. We'll just keep going. That being said, thank you for all the comments last time. We had a good time last time. We will continue having a good time with this series. And we're definitely going to get through 100 days soon. Do I think we'll get to 100 days by the end of this month? This will probably go up Tuesday. And I think Friday is the end of the month. Maybe Saturday is the end of the month. So no, I don't believe so. But I firmly believe we'll be past 100 days by mid-June. And then, I don't know, we'll be cooking. Hey Kako, are you on your own today? That's crazy. Is your brother dead? You might not have realized it, but I was watching yesterday's battle on the monitor in the war room. Oh, you were? You were also amazing the way you came together to take down the enemy. Even Shoma got over his fear to help out, and you turned out to be really strong. I really wish I could be like that too. You can! The only thing that's stopping you is your brother, Ema. Which, you know what? Respectfully, he's great. I'm still an Ema supporter and Ema stan. Huh? Oh. Taka wanders off in the direction of the cafeteria, a thoughtful expression on her face. I wonder how their story is gonna play out, not for nothing. Guess we'll find out. Where are we off to? Where are we going? I don't know. How do we get there? We're going to the cafeteria. I literally know where we're going. My bad, I was like, where are we going? I don't know. How do we get there? I'm actually going to the cafeteria. That's where we're going, and we go there by going down to the stairs, wrapping around, and going to the cafeteria. I literally knew the answer to both of those questions. When I entered the cafeteria, I was greeted by a rare sight. Everyone was there, and they weren't even arguing. Good morning, Takumi. Morning, everyone. Everyone's here today, huh? Yes, well, we gotta settle their bet and make these losers do whatever we want to say, rather. Oh, right. I thought we were over that. Do we really have to go through with this? We basically buried the hatchet yesterday. No, nuh-uh, a bet's a bet, a promise is a promise. I'll never accept these guys if they can't keep their word. If only Gaku could show that kind of determination for more important stuff. It's gotta be Shoma who makes the call, though. He's the one who fought the duel, and he basically is the MVP of the battle yesterday, too. It really has to come down to me. Damn right, you've earned this, man. You fought, you won, now you just gotta claim what's yours. This is the part where Shoma shows that he's actually a freak, not on the low, on the high-key freak. And he makes them do something crazy. Continue. Alright, I've thought of something. Whatever it is, we'll do it. In order to the losing group, I wonder what he's come up with. You have to be friends with us. This is it, Shoma. What are you gonna tell them to do? Okay, here goes. Hey, I know you must be mad at us and everything, but if I'd won, I was never actually going to hold you. You stay out of this. You'll get yours soon enough. Go for it, oh mighty and powerful Shoma. Do your worst.
I want you all.
I knew it.
To be our friends?
I knew it. Y'all. I said it 2 minutes ago. He's like, I want you all to be our friends. Almost verbatim. You know how weak I am and how much I hate conflict. I can't stand how tense these things have been between our two groups. I'd be a lot happier if we all got along. It doesn't matter who was here first or what campus we started out at. Let's just be friends here, now, as members of this academy. Anyway, that's the best my single functioning brain cell could come up with. Does that sound alright? That's all you want? I feel like that's something we should be asking you for. Whoa, Shoma. Maybe you want to rethink this. I got a whole bunch of ideas you can use. Gaku, he's the one who fought. He's the one who gets to decide. With the schwink, he's like... Yes, right. What Shoma says goes. So much for getting our own back, but it's not like Shoma was ever going to come up with something really bad anyway. Well, there you have it, guys. An order's an order. Sir Shoma! My friend! Why are you crying? Such a magnanimous attitude for a victor to take. I'm so moved. From this day forth, we will all be comrades in arms together. So says the holy Jumanji sword. Right, so long as you don't mind being friends with a human felt like me. Come on. Enough putting yourself down. You're a great guy, Shoma. It'd be an honor to kill you someday. Alright, oh, hold on. Maybe you should have rethought your thing specifically for him. No killing your friends. What do you say, Kurara? Not such a bad deal, is it? Friends with commoners? It's not like I have much of a choice. As an Uzuzuki, rather. My word is my bond. Right, of course. Sounds like we're all in agreement, unless you have any objections, Gaku. I'll forget it. Not like I could talk you out of it now. Just so you know, I haven't given up on us participating in a killing game, and I'll make it happen. It'll be in one of these rounds, I promise. And at the end, she's gonna give me finger guns, so I was like, you know what? Kill them all again. I'm really glad you weren't the one who got to decide this. And now you guys won't fight anymore. I'm so glad. Right, we still might get into little quarrels now and then, but this is all a part of being friends. From now on, we're all— wait, she said the words! We're all in this together, whatever the rest of the words are, and the dance moves, we're all in this. For the next 50 days or so at least. Just when it seems like everything had been resolved, Kurara approached Shoma and the mood turned tense again. What is it? You're really hardcore into this avoid conflict at all cost stuff, huh? Not surprising from someone who'd take the blame for eating my curry when you had nothing to do with it. You know I was lying about that? I had a feeling he was lying about that. Of course, I knew it the moment you shrugged off my question about its taste with that half-hearted it was delicious. No one who's tasted the Uzuzuki curry can help being overwhelmed with emotion and giving a detailed description of the entire experience when pressed. Wait, so it wasn't Shoma? Then who's the real curry thief? It was Mr. Maruko. I saw the whole thing. Gaku, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No way, I thought I was being careful. If you knew all along, why are you only ratting me out now? You know me. I can't stand to see wicked deeds go unpunished. Yo, clobber him again. Oh my gosh. Hold up. You're the reason we got into this whole mess, Gaku? Villain, Blackguard, I will slay you where you stand. We're supposed to be friends, everybody. We're supposed to be friends. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, guys. We're all friends now, remember? So how was it? Lamau. How was it? Well, you know, it was the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. I never thought anything could taste so amazing. I don't think I can go on living if I never get another chance to taste it again. Oh, maybe I'll make another batch if I feel like it. Huh? I think she forgives you. She was like, that's what I wanted to hear. He did eat the curry. Looks like you're off the hook, Gaku. I am. I think this calls for a celebration, or at least something to resolve, cement our resolve, rather. Everyone form a circle. We'll put each hand in the middle and then do an inspirational cheer and throw them all up at once. What decade are you from, man? Right? Come on, it's not that bad. Now that we've made up, we might as well have a little fun. Right, Takumi? Hey, don't look at me. Yeah? Oh, yeah, sure. A fine idea, Sir Ato. Just thinking to boost our morale. Wait, we better get a CG of this. What is this? Some corny old sports manga? This is the last time I ever do this, alright? Sorry in advance if you catch anything from me. My hands are probably covered in failure-inducing bacteria. Guess there's no cure for low self-esteem, huh? Let's all promise to never give up, no matter how bad it looks. We'll get our killing game someday. Here's the problem. I really do think we're gonna get our killing game, essentially. Reluctantly, we all got on board with Ato's gesture of teamwork and togetherness. Well, not quite all of us, the twins, I assume. Kako, Ima, come on, you should get on this too. I know it's kind of lame, but it'll only be for a minute, so just put up with it until then, okay? Sorry, but I find team-building exercises like this absolutely sickening. My dear sister and I will sit this one out. No, she's gonna do it. You little. Oh, don't worry, we'll find other ways to amuse ourselves. Feel free to embarrass yourselves without us. We'll be going now. Come on, Kako. Come on. I said we'll be going now. Come on, sister dearest. Okay, oh, she was so close. She was so close. She was so close, all she had to do was put her hand in there, and we could have been like, we're all in this together. Shunning the group, Ima and Kako left. We couldn't help feeling a little deflated after that. What is the matter with those two? Why do they cringe away from us so? Why do they cringe so? You're the one who's cringed, Kiyoshika. I'd avoid you too if I had any better options. We'll just have to go ahead with the members we do have.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
We're all in this. Woohoo!
Special Defense Unit, fight!
Hands in, everybody! Special Defense Unit, fight! Yeah!
Special Defense Unit, fight!
Wait, again? Special Defense Unit, fight!
Special Defense Unit, fight!
Is it 3 times?
How many times are we going to do this?
Right, come on! We throw our hands up. The cheer to the top of our lungs. We made a vow to work together from here on out. Of course, that didn't mean we didn't. We wanted to spend every waking moment together. After finishing breakfast, we went to our rooms for a while. Special Defense Unit fight is the achievement we just got. You can't. You guys can't see it. It's a little odd. Sometimes you can see it. Sometimes you can't. I'm not sure why you cannot see it in this game. Who knows? When I'm recording. Regardless, no more infighting. The better. That went better than I could have possibly hoped for. Even more surprising, it's all thanks to Shoma. Who'd have thought he'd become such a team player? Special Support Unit, fight! Special Defense Unit, rather. Not Special Support Unit. I'm getting Saturday V's, Trails Special Support section mixed up. Anywho. Alright. I should have, we got free time? Okay, fair enough. I guess it's free time before the next, okay, new VR training missions. Okay. There are a couple things that I do want to do before we do anything. I would like to go here to upgrade everybody. Everybody needs a little last yell. Yeah, I know, I got you. Oh, this is just upgrading their weapons, isn't it? No, it's not. Yeah, everybody should learn Last Yell just for the sake of it. It is pretty cheap, I think. I think most people already have it. You did not, because we just got you. Yeah, it's only 600 and we have 5,000 right now. So at the very least, we can get it on everybody except for the twins, because they're not fighting. Last Yell. Also, where are you, Takamaru? Yeah, you need to learn this. Also learn Last Yell. Yeah, you can... I don't know if you really... Okay, well, we'll come back to you. We'll do you last. I realize I don't have Last Yell on many people. And I think most of the people who had Last Yell were not actually fighting. It was a lot of the new people. And I was like, whoops. Alright, so I think now we're good to go. I got it on everybody else. We could learn counter. I don't think I'm really going to use counter that much. It's a nice thought, I guess. Takumi, I think we should probably honestly focus, yeah, go and learn Last Yell. I think we need to focus on getting Takumi's stuff up. Oh, we have no more BP. That's so funny. We'll get some during the VR battles. Yep, thank you. Thank you so much. You were incredible today. So everybody's got a Last Yell, which is awesome. Let me take a peek at the VR training room. Where's that? Up here. Just one more time, I want to peek at what I need to upgrade Takumi. Because I feel like, and this is just me, I assume that most of our stuff is going to stay during, like, multiple playthroughs. Maybe, I hope. And if it does, I feel like I want to get his stuff maxed out first, because I feel like he'll be the only character who's with us during an entire round. Guaranteed. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, like, characters will perish at this juncture. So let's... So he needs linguistics for the both of these. In fact, he needs linguistics for pretty much all of this. That's fine. Let's get some linguistics going, and then we'll do VR training when his linguistics goes up. Let me also see. It should be 2 new battles. Oh, it's just 1 new battle. It gives me 3,000 though, so we'll definitely be doing it. Man, it looks like pretty much everybody is gonna be there, which is fine. That's pretty cool. So let's get ourselves some book learning. Who does me some book learning? Anybody? Oh, I guess we can finally hang out with you. You look like mathematics though. That's not linguistics. That's not linguistics. Are you telling me that Murder Boy is gonna be linguistics? No. Are you telling me nobody I can hang out with right now is gonna do linguistics? That's kind of crazy. Can we not hang out with 4 people? It's just the 3 of them? Okay, that's kind of funny. I guess we can go to the library to do linguistics instead. Yeah, give me this. Sure. Literary history of the Tokyo residential complex. Hold on. Tokyo residential bookstores had rows of literary works from the old world that were published before blanked out. Before the invasion? Before what? We were able to preserve some works written by such literary masters such as Soseki Natsume, Ryunosuke, Akutagawa, and Yasunari Kawabata. On the other hand, there are countless other works that have been lost. Historical novels are one, for example. Works based on both Japanese and international history have disappeared, along with the entire genre. Wow. This was carried out by the Tokyo Residential Complex Secretariat Security Division, stating blank blank as the reason. I wonder if through the game we'll be able to get these blanks filled out. Members of the security division parse through every literary work and thoroughly blank anything based on humanity's previous history. And I suppose that is thoroughly erased or deleted. So first I thought that the blank was just like a size, but blanks, these 2 dots might be 2 words, because the other one was 3 words. Thoroughly... super deleted. Or marked out. I don't know, something of that nature. Based on the security law enacted in the year, and that's just a number, so maybe it's not quite that, the year something, of the residential complex calendar, okay. So that actually might be 2 numbers, like 13 or year 005 or something. This blank was meant to blank the public's interest in the subject. So we're trying to, essentially downplay or, what's the word? What word am I trying to think of? Dissuade or disinterest the public's interest, whatever. And all of that's marked down. Yeah, this is a quote. Most of this has been censored. It's practically unreadable now. I think that's incredible. I think that's actually super duper incredible.
Howdy, soldiers. You
Thanks,
never know
Ray.
when you... Well then.
Goodbye. Fascinating. Looks like another day's over. Nothing to do here at night, so I'll just go to bed and rest up for tomorrow. And so our 45th day ended without conflict. Or was there conflict earlier in the day? No, the conflict was the previous day. Shoma had passed out. Now we've woken up and everything happened. Great.
Get ready for your prepare.
Yeah,
to spend
46.
another-
Whoop-de-doo.
Be ready to give your life.
See, Ray, I kind of wish you were alive for this whole thing. Who's at my door? I was about to go read a book.
Huh?
Who's there? Who's... Oh, it's Ato, I'm sure. Wait, I got a shock? So that means it's probably, Nozomi. Yeah. Good morning, do you have a minute? Morning, sure, come on in. Did my best to act if I were welcoming any other friend into a room, but it wasn't convincing. I was so nervous around her, even more so than we were alone, rather. Now that we've cleared everything up between our 2 groups, can I tell you about, I can tell you about this with a clear conscience. It's time you knew about world death. Oh my gosh! Oh, wait, hold on a minute. About to get locked in real here, hold on. It's your world, what you got? According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire world. This is the thing that started it all? More than that, it's the reason that humanity is now confined to the Tokyo... So, essentially what we just read is probably about to be explained. World death was probably one of the blanks. World death has decimated the human population and forced survivors to take shelter underground. Do you really tell me? You'll really tell me, rather? That's great. It's been on my mind for a while now. We're going to tell everyone together. When you're ready, come meet us in the war room. The war room? Okay, I'll be there. And one more thing. You said you knew someone who looks just like me. Could you tell me a little bit more about her sometime? Oh, this is actually really sweet. If it's okay with you, I mean. Flashing me a gentle smile, Nozomi left the room. I never thought she'd be the one to make the first move. I'm glad she did, though. I was way too nervous to bring it up. Someone who looks just like her, rather. I don't know if it's the way I'd put it, but... No. First things first. I should head over to the war room and hear what they have to say. Nope. There probably is somebody just waiting right here saying, oh, let's go to the... Okay, Kaku, what's up? Hi, Kako. What are you doing out here on your own? I'm really trying to get away from my brother. I was thinking, is it okay for me to carry on like this? Even Shoma found the courage to change for the better. I wish I could be more like the rest of you, fighting to protect the people I love. Huh? Are you sure you're all right? No, she's... Why aren't you encouraging her to do so, Boro? You're just like, you okay? Kako walked away, heading for the war room with a profoundly thoughtful expression on her face. The war room is on this floor, right? That's the defense room. Boys' bathroom. Leisure lounge. Okay, maybe it's not on this floor actually. Okay, well I'm gonna do my due diligence and say it is on this floor. All right, nah, I'm walking. We're almost there. I was certain. I was like, it's on this floor, right? I must have just gone the long way around. Alright, looks like everyone's here. Yes, indeed, all the dull-eyed simpletons with no refinement, no social standing, and no future, all gathered together in one place. The future's an unwritten book. I could still make something of myself. Anyway, let me cut right to the chase. We all called you here to talk about world death. Yeah, you said it. Caused the entire war between us and the invaders. What is it exactly? We'll tell you everything Nigo told us. It's a long story, so bear with us, okay? That's your cue, Kyoshika.
Huh?
What, me? I haven't had anything prepared. I don't even have a slideshow presentation. You're in charge of explanations. It's what you're good at. No, it's not. Explanations and exhibitionism. You're a triple threat, but that's two things. I am not taking my clothes off. Don't worry. I'll take the lead here. Hey, Shoma, you excited to learn about world death? Okay, so I guess I can't talk to anybody, that's fine. Before I start, there's some terminology we need to get straight. Back in the Tokyo residential complex, did you ever hear something called Planet Earth? Are we not on Earth? Planet Earth? I've heard of it, sure. I can't say I know very much about it, though. Same here. From what I read in library books back home, it's where humanity used to live, right? Oh, so we're not even on Earth anymore. That makes way more sense. They mention it in old manga sometimes too. It's supposed to be like really huge, like hundreds of times bigger than the complex. I think that's about any of us know about it. They kind of skimmed over the subject in school. Humanity once lived all over planet Earth. The population was in the billions. And they didn't live under a giant ceiling either. They had an open sky just like the one here. Billions? That many? But then a phenomenon that came to be known as world death changed everything. Earth was no longer able to support life like it once had, and the population began to decline rapidly. Okay, that is low-key believable. To combat this, giant underground shelters were constructed to house survivors before humanity completely died out. Underground shelters, you mean? Yes, that's what the place where we grew up really is. The Tokyo residential complex is a colossal shelter hidden deep beneath Earth's surface. A shelter? The whole thing? All this happened a long time ago, so even Nigo wasn't sure how accurate this information is anymore. But as far as we know, our community in the Tokyo residential complex is the last of humanity, and has been for hundreds of years now, so it's the last of the complexes? Wow. We're really getting a history lesson today, huh? I never even knew there was a time before the TRC. And world death is what forced everyone down there. Just what kind of phenomena is it? Essentially, the planet began killing itself. It did what? According to Nigo, the Earth has a life of its own too. And while it's not quite like ours, it has its own will too. When the planet decided to end its life, the numerous natural disasters started occurring all around the world. That was world death. That's kind of an interesting concept, actually. The planet tried to kill itself. It sounds like we're trying to kill the planet for really, that's what's really the mood here. It can do that? But what drove Earth to do that to itself? Remember how we said the human population was in the billions? Well, they all needed somewhere to live too. They developed and cultivated all around the world around them, and saw what they saw fit, rather. Not really giving a crap about the long-term consequences. Well, that, if that ain't history. Pretty soon, they were draining the planet's resources faster than they could replenish them. Yep. Not to mention the many wars humanity fought against each other. Some of them were so bad they left Earth permanently scarred. Yeah, actually. Yep, that's also true. It couldn't put up with that kind of abuse forever. Something had to give. I'm not surprised. Leeching off of someone else without ever giving anything back, abusing them on top of that, sounds like my scumbag brother. Wow. Darumi lore just baked in there. They didn't realize the planet had a mind of its own, but they should have known better. Humanity continued to propagate, willfully ignorant of the damage they were doing. Of course, Earth wasn't completely powerless. It showed resistance with earthquakes, tsunamis, wildfires, volcanic eruptions, stuff like that. I wonder if... there is like a level of a misunderstanding here. This is just like, you know, global warming caused all of these things to continue going around, and because of it, you know, all of these things, for the most part, outside of maybe volcanic eruptions, but I guess I could see, with like shifting plates, due to, increased temperature, I could see that one. That one's the least I would like actually know about. Everything else makes sense that it would be occurring more frequently. I wonder if this is just like this is the way they understand it this far into the future because they don't have that information anymore. But I digress, continue. But no one recognized those disasters for what they were. They ignored the warning signs and just kept on keeping on. Right, just like how we ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. Oh my gosh, you're making it really hard for us to ignore you. Finally, Earth reached its breaking point and shut himself up in his room and wallowed in his self-loathing and played gory animated games all day. You can tell us your twisted family history later. Just shut up for a minute. As I was saying, Earth turned to its last resort to kill itself and take mankind out with it. You've got to admit, world death is a pretty fitting name. So the planet dying, the planet choosing to kill itself was humanity's fault. Not a pleasant thought, is it? The Earth must have really hated us by then. It's hard to imagine that kind of overwhelming despair that it would that would make something do that. Well, if the Earth was alive, I wouldn't be surprised if it tried to do that right now. Once world death began, or really a while ago, there was no stopping it. The environment became barren, hostile, millions, no billions of lives were lost. The only reason humanity didn't go extinct is because a handful of communities were able to escape into shelters, like the Tokyo residential complex. Have you wondered where the name comes from? Most of the people in the complex are descendants from residents of Tokyo, a metropolis rather, that stood on the surface hundreds of years ago, which makes sense because I never actually thought like, oh, does no one actually know what Tokyo is? I keep having to like go into the frame of mind that this is hundreds of years being underground. Of course, it's been so long that no one remembers what kind of place it was or why it was called that. Whole generations have lived their lives without any awareness of what the outside world outside the complex is like. Us included, naturally. By the time we were born, humanity had already been living underground for centuries. Until we were brought here, the complex, the shelter, was our entire world. We ain't in the complex anymore, so what you're saying is, this is what the surface looks like now.
Yes. This is what Earth became after it was ravaged by world death.
So what are these eternal flames, or I guess these purple flames then? And mankind's last hope? And why are the invaders coming after? Unless the invaders are like Earth's antibodies trying to get rid of Purge, the last thing. Unless Earth is really trying to kill us.
This is the land where our ancestors lived. You can see now why they had to go underground.
For real? If it's that bad, rather, should we even be here? Shouldn't we go back to the complex? The complex isn't necessarily any safer, not anymore. What do you mean? The TRC's days are numbered. The whole place is gonna collapse soon. What? Why? How? World death is still going on. It won't end until all life on Earth is extinguished. It's only a matter of time until our little pocket of humanity runs out of resources and finally gives up the ghost. No way! Just one thing that can save humanity from the effects of world death and give everyone a brighter future. And that's whatever it is in the defense room of this academy, or so Nigo said. Can save us from world death? Is it a world resuscitation device? But what is it? What is the school here to protect? And why haven't we just used whatever it is in there? Perchance, it's a set of mystical artifacts that grants a single wish when brought together. Or maybe it's just one, and we'll have to set out on a journey across the universe to collect the others. A grand tour, if you will. What, you think we can just ask the Eternal Dragon to bring everyone back? I was gonna say, you're very Dragon Ball there. Get with the program, Grandma. It's all about permadeath these days. Once you're gone, you're gone. Nay, morbid stories where everyone dies are more out of date. In trying times, people need something more uplifting. Can you two have this discussion somewhere else? Unfortunately, Nigo didn't have clearance to actually tell us what's in the defense room. Said it had to remain secret so the enemy couldn't get wind of it. But there was one thing he was very clear on. Whatever this thing is, it's humanity's last hope. That sounds ominous. And we're fairly certain that something is going to happen on the 100th day here. Something's going to activate or awaken or something. At any rate, that's what will deliver humanity from world death. We'll be able to live and thrive on the surface again. And all we have to do is make it to day 100. Now, Zombie said it's our last hope, but last chance might be more appropriate. If we mess it up, mankind is done for. Our last chance. And the invaders are trying to stop this world-saving event from happening. Yep, the invaders are another thing we didn't get that many details on. But judging by what we have been told, we've come to our own conclusion. The invaders are world death itself. Okay. Like something summoned by a curse? I was gonna say, it kind of feels like, in that regard, I guess they are more of a... I think I called them like antibodies for Earth. Earth must have given birth to them to further advance world death and the eradication of all life on the planet. You've seen the way they fight, it's not such a stretch, is it? And it would explain why they're so fixated on destroying the school. So they're not an actually invading force so much as a manifestation of the planet's will. And then Earth itself is the final boss here. The final boss! How are we supposed to deal with that? Things have gotten really heavy, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm starting to get nervous again. Now you see why it's so important to protect whatever's in the defense room from invaders. We haven't been exaggerating. Humanity's future really does depend on us. The hopes and dreams of all mankind rest on our shoulders. We can't let them down. If we lose here, it's all over. So that's how it is. There you have it. It is a comprehensive summary of the situation. That is why we must thrive for victory and nothing less than total victory. Why are you all looking so pleased with yourselves? You didn't contribute to that comprehensive summary at all. You glory-hogging chowderhead. Forgive me, that was never my intent. If you want forgiveness, strip down bare. Your contrition for all to see. But leave those ridiculous sneakers on. You'll look even more exposed that way. Why this sudden fixation on me getting naked, Lady Kurara? If everything you told us is true, then yes, we do understand now. We finally know what this war is all about and how important it is. Yeah, better late than never, I guess. It explains the differences in the two groups' attitudes as well. No wonder Nozomi and the others have such a strong sense of duty. Us, on the other hand, Siri got killed before we could hear any of this. We've been fighting for our own reasons in our own disorganized way, rather. Damn. Wish I had known this sooner. I'm more fired up than ever now. Trying to save people? That's one thing, but saving all of humanity? That's a whole nother level. If we pull this off, we'll be heroes. We'll probably get a reward and everything. I mean, if we save all of mankind rather from destruction, there's no one's gonna begrudge a couple of million yen here or there. I don't even think yen's gonna really be a thing for a while. I knew whatever was going on here was serious, but I never thought it was this bad. I might have been better off not knowing. I still think the people in charge are crazy for sending an unremarkable nematode like me, but since I'm here, I guess I should give him my all too. So, I'm taking a step back. I don't think this is all of our dots, you know what I'm saying? I really sincerely, clearly it's not all of our dots. Because it would be more so, it would make a lot more sense if I didn't read what I just read in the library. People are trying to essentially cut down on any thoughts from the outside world, which is a little odd, you know what I mean? Which is why would they do that if we still want to have a chance at hope? I don't, there's holes in this explanation, you know what I mean? Don't worry, so long as we work together, we can overcome anything, even world death. And then there's also the part of us going to the other side when we all went to the other side at the start of this game, you know what I mean? Everyone's sounding a lot more motivated now. Well, almost everyone. We're still missing a lot of details, but it's enough for us to start presenting a more unified front. This doesn't feel like some random war we were forced into anymore. It's so much more than that. Darumi. Okay, so some of us are taking it better than others, but it is a lot to take in after all. Sorry to have to be the fly in your ointment, but I still have some reservations. Now, more than ever, I have to wonder if this mission is so important, why entrust it to a bunch of random teenagers? I'm sorry, I can't answer that. Nigo didn't seem to know anything about the selection process. Maybe there's a clue in the dream Shoma has been having. The ones about us being experimented on in that place? Kamakura General Hospital, was it? Interesting idea. Too bad it's not really enough to go on. I'm sorry, my peanut kernel of a brain can only handle so much. What you think, Ima? Kako? Does this all make you want to fight like the rest of us? Us? Fight? Yeah, humanity's future's on the line, you know? Mr. Yakushiji, I think you need to get your hearing checked. I've already made my position quite clear. I don't care about humanity. I don't care what happens to the complex or the planet for that matter. We've got no real reason to get involved, so we'll just be leaving the fighting to you. Isn't that right, sister dearest? But if it's to defend all of mankind, then... See? My dear sister agrees. Let the girl talk for herself, man. If that's all, we'll be leaving now. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I'm positively famished. Good luck with this whole saving the world thing, everyone. Nonchalant as ever, Ima turned and left, dragging Kako along with him. Okay, something's seriously wrong with the Wonder Twins over there. How can they remain so detached from everything? It's like they're two self-absorbed peas in a pod. Still cute, though. Do young people today have no notion of social responsibility? But fear not, the holy Jumanji sword and I will beat some sense into them. Leave them, Kyoshika. Trying to force them will only push them further away. That's just the way they are. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. You okay, Eito? I'll be fine. This long discussion is starting to take its toll on me, that's all. We've been talking for a while now. Maybe we should end the meeting here and give everyone some time to process the information. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Oh, Darumi, oh no! She'll probably short circuit if she has to listen anymore. She's freaking out, man. Everyone else seemed to agree with the sentiment, so we've decided to go back to our rooms for the time being. Okay! What a way to start the day. I have feeling this will do wonders for our morale, though. Protecting the school means putting a stop to world death, and it means bringing hope back everywhere. We may not know why we're chosen for this mission, but that doesn't change what we need to do. I'll keep fighting for the good of humanity, for everyone back in the complex, and for Karua. Karua. I don't feel like I haven't said her name in a hot minute. Now that that's settled, it's free time, baby! Okay, what did I want to do? I wanted to finish reading that book. Get my linguistics up. Get my linguini out of here. Yo, who? Okay, hold on. Let me look at the things for linguistics. Yeah, it's the little book thing, I thought. So like, why is nobody out here trying to get, does nobody know how to read anymore? Because you're definitely not going to give me linguistics. You might. No, you're science. Oh my gosh, nobody knows how to read. Nobody. No linguistics on anybody. Alright, we're going in here. We're gonna keep reading. Linguistics, goodness gracious. You know, it might be the Wonder Twins who are gonna give us linguistics. How you doing, Shoma? I won't run anymore. It's time to do or die. Well, you did die that one time, but it's fine. Yeah, we'll read some more linguistics. We'll continue with this one. Yeah, I don't think they would give me any more stuff. Yeah, okay. By 10, that's kind of nice. Alright, we still haven't leveled up linguistics, so I'm gonna go back. Actually, is this, yeah, Kako's all alone. I want to see what she has to say, just, parking lot? I don't think I've ever actually been into here. I know that it exists because that's where they park the bus, but I don't think I've actually been here. Fascinating. Okay. Okay, what's up, Kako? She's deep in thought, better leave her. Okay, she's still thinking. We got a whole bunch of people in here. None of you nobody knows how to read, man. Not a single soul knows how to read in this dang academy. Darumi, somehow, someway, your linguistics? Alright. This is crazy, but sure. She's crying. Are you okay? What's the matter, Darumi? Did something happen? I haven't been able to find my foundation all day. What am I going to do? You just lost it or something? I'm sure it's pretty expensive stuff for you to be this upset about it. Oh, no, it was dirt cheap. I brought it out of a bargain bin.
Yeah.
Why are you crying so hard? Well, I just wanted to cry, okay? I'm depressed. I want to cry. I can't find my foundation. That's as good a reason as any to cry. That's all. I mean, she's not wrong. You wouldn't get it, Takumi. Tears from a crazy bitch don't mean anything to you. After spending some time with Darumi, she feels better. And I understand her better. Report card's wish list has been updated. Creativity went up by 6. Report card wish list. She wants foundation, I assume.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so... Well then.
Alright, goodbye, C-Ray. We're almost halfway. Day's already over, and just like that, we had no idea when the next attack. It could go. Well, we'll be ready. I'll fight with my all. Guess I'll call it a night. Getting rest is a part of being prepared too. Good job. And then I fell asleep and got no crazy dreams, right? Okay. Take it all back.
Hey, Karuwa?
Little Karuwa dream.
Yeah? What is it?
Could you help me out with this question? You know I suck at math.
If I just give you the answer, you'll never learn.
Well, he just wanted help.
Oh, no fair.
It's your own fault for leaving all your homework until the last day of summer.
Crazy
What are you
work.
even doing here then? Can't you go read at home?
Your mom asked me to keep an eye on you and make sure you weren't goofing off.
Dang.
So, I'm basically a prisoner in my own room.
Yes.
Yup. Now, do a good job and earn that parole.
What's that book you're reading anyway? Looks old.
Is it about planet Earth?
It's about the world outside the complex.
Yep.
That again.
Well, it's interesting. Don't you ever wonder what it's like out there? What it was like in the olden days? Reading these old books, I feel like I can imagine it. It gives me a connection to those people who lived under the open sky all those hundreds of years ago. At least, when I can find them, it does. Most libraries don't even stock them anymore.
Fair enough.
I must have read this book a million times already.
Most people aren't interested in that stuff. The outside world's a scary place.
No, I think there's more to it than that.
Maybe not anymore, but, you know, it was a beautiful place.
The people in charge are probably covering it up. They don't want us to learn too much about the outside world in case it makes us want to leave.
Which is also potentially true.
You're a conspiracy theorist now? Give it a rest.
Well, I mean, once again, what we saw earlier does kind of contribute to that. What? Like, we saw that they are specifically censoring things. And I guess it could be because they don't want them to go outside, but it also is, hey buddy, how are you? So kind of a mix of a lot of things.
Seriously, though, I'd love to see it for myself someday, even if just for a little while. I want to see the sky and the stars and the moon with my own eyes. This book says they're so pretty, people held parties just to look at them.
Yeah.
Moon? What's that?
A big chunk of rock that floats around the Earth. It's close enough that it looks like it's right above your head.
Also, do your math, freaking talk with me.
And it's got a pale glow that lights up the night.
Right above your head? What if it falls on us?
Nah, that'll never happen.
What if that is a part of this? It just
Besides,
falls on us.
don't you have other things to worry about? If you don't finish on time, your mom will take away your video games, you know?
Oh, I almost forgot about that. Why does math have to be so hard?
Taki, you had all summer. I get that though. Who doesn't wait until like the last week to do all their assignments? Let's be real. Back in my day, I know I did.
Up and out of troops.
That's how you get back in the school mood, you know what I mean?
Rise and shine.
Although we didn't really have a bunch of assignments to do over the summer. We had just reading. I don't think I ever have. Okay, I had math over the summer one time because I took a class during the summer to get ahead a year in math. But outside of like regular stuff, I never had I never had to do math during the summer. Because I was very good at math and like middle school, elementary school, high school. So I was like, yeah, I'll take a little summer thing. I had no plans of summer anyway. I'll get ahead in math.
Get ready
I
for
was a
your
dork.
42nd day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
But a dork who got a 5 on that AP calculus exam, so you know what it is.
Prepare
you know what I'm
to
saying?
spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness.
I have no idea how AP exams work anymore. Like a 5 could be like half the score, but back in my day, 5 was the number 1. That was the top result.
Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school.
I realize I need to always put that into the frame of mind because, like, I know so many things have changed since I've been in, like, high school. Because it's been a hot minute. How ironic. I never felt any kind of interest in the outside world, but I'm the one who ended up here. Wonder how many people in the complex have ever thought about leaving. Would they even want to live on the surface again? Can't speak for everyone, but Kara would love it, that's for sure. You're living a dream. If I can make it through these 100 days, I can make that happen, right? What would life be for be like for us then, rather? I can't even imagine it. No use worrying about it. I have to actually make it through this war first. As for today, I'll start by going to the cafeteria. I'm pretty hungry. So, there's also the one thing. That other one thing that we're talking about. The one line from C-Ray that I don't think has been brought up again. And that's that our first battle was not a real battle. You know what I mean? When the battle where C-Ray was and he was like, hey, stab this in your chest and then fight these monsters off to protect somebody that you love. That was not a real battle. So in that juncture, like that whole, it's hard to believe that whole day. And potentially, because of that whole like Tokyo residential complex, this could all be based on a lie, is the thing that I'm thinking right now. That's still a big possibility in my head, but we'll keep going. That kind of feels like a cop-out, so I don't think that's going to be the answer. Yagamu, what's up? Yugamu. Hey Takumi, I was thinking since we're friends now, how'd you like to throw away your humanity and get in on my experiments rather? It'll only hurt for a second.
Hey!
I told you I'm perfectly fine and happy the way I am. I'll be real, you might want to talk to Darumi for real. She might accept. She's a little freak. Hey, Nozomi! You're in the hallway, what's good? What's good, girl? I actually think she's this way. Because for some reason I always walk the wrong way first. I was like, I always walk the wrong way first, so let me go the other way real quick. Good morning, Takumi. On your way to the cafeteria? Yeah, and hey, thanks for telling us all that stuff yesterday. I'm sorry it took us so long. I just wish we knew more about world death. Nigo never really went into the details with us. We know it does. We know it caused a lot of natural disasters, but could the undying flames be a side effect of it too? Maybe they're effective at keeping the invaders out because they're from the same source, but that's just my speculation on my part. It would make a kind of sense if it was, though. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'll see you later. Nozomi might not be as cautious around me as she used to be, but there's still a sense of distance between us. I don't think we're at that stage where we're gonna start asking her about Kara and parallel universes yet. Fair enough. She walked that way, like the cafeteria was closer to this way, but I feel like she walked the wrong way. It feels like she might have gone... Okay, that's a classroom. Okay, I really do feel like she might have gone the longest way possible to make sure we weren't walking the same way. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, because she definitely could have, well, it's not equidistant. Her coming down this way would have been way quicker. She went the exact opposite way to the cafeteria. Is she in here? Yes, she went the exact opposite way around the cafeteria to make sure she didn't have to walk with us. So that is kind of wild. The cafeteria was more full than I'd seen it in a while. Main campus, second campus, the fighters and non-fighters, they were all there. Sure is busy today. It's kind of nice seeing everyone together like this, though. Almost like we're a real class. No offense, but if I had to go through school with these weirdos, I'd never make it to graduation. Oh, don't worry, Gaku. You're less of a classmate and more like a slave who happened to come through the wrong door. Oh my gosh. What kind of school would keep slaves on its grounds? I think we'd make a great class. All these strong personalities make it more interesting. Wouldn't you say so, Takumi? You say that to me every time because you know I'm gonna agree with you. Wouldn't you say so, Takumi? Wouldn't you say so, Takumi? Wouldn't you? You know. You'll side with us, right, Takumi? Gosh darn it. Yeah, maybe. I feel like when I'm starting to get used to Nozomi, I dream about Karo, and now I'm all uncomfortable all over again. We learned about world death yesterday, but I'm still no closer to figuring out the connection between those two. Hey, I thought you guys had morning training around this time. You taking a break today? Yes, we can always train a little later, and it's worth it to talk to everyone. I, for one, welcome the change. Just spending a little time as a group in the mornings is sure to bring us all closer together. That stinks. What? No, whatever, not whatever vapid inspirational statement you were about to make, Mr. Outski. I mean that there's an actual weird smell in the air. It's like rotting fruit and armpit sweat. Hey, that's my curry you're talking about. You're gonna ruin everyone's first impression of it. Wait, you made more curry? Well, you looked so pathetic when you said how much you wanted to eat it again, I couldn't help myself. Huh? Wait here, I'll go get it. Kurara skipped away and returned with a plate of curry, which she set down in front of Gaku. Oh, it does look good. Prepare your taste buds for the ride of your lives. Courtesy of the Uzuzuki family recipe, I expect you all to eat it, even the plate. To eat all of it, rather. I'm not eating the plate. Besides, curry is kind of heavy for breakfast. Oh, you unrefined little mole rat. What is it like to live so totally unaware of the world around you? I've adjusted to the flavor, rather, to make it suitable for a morning meal. Now hold on to your ass, because this is going to send you into orbit. Come on, I bet it's not that great. Despite his protest, Gaku scooped up a spoonful of curry and brought it self-consciously to his mouth. He was wrong.
This is amazing!
Oh my gosh. It was so good. It turned him into a cartoon. A comic. The taste seems mild at first, but then you realize it doesn't need to flaunt its spiciness. It just lets itself spread throughout your mouth subtly and demurely. Demure. But then the aftertaste hits you, and it's more like fireworks display of flavor, sweet and savory rather, bursting in one after another, perfectly balanced as all things should be. So neither overpowers the other. The more you eat it, the stronger the spiciness gets, until your tongue is tingling with delight. The contrast it creates with the simple wholesomeness of the rice is sublime. And don't even get me started on the texture. The sauce is so creamy, the meat's so tender, I can't stop eating it, my body's desperate for more. Yo, slow down, I can't keep up with all this information. This dish is the ultimate evolution of culinary achievement. Bow down before its superior pedigree. The pedigree! Yes, ma'am. And then he bowed down. It's really all that. Hey, man, let me try some. Just one bite. Me too. How much curry do you think, guys? Do you guys think rather is a lethal dose? Back off. This is mine. Thieves, all of you. You won't take my precious away from me. No one can resist the allure of Uzuzuki curry. Very well. You all may partake in my family's gift to the curry lovers of the world. Form an orderly line there. Is it gonna be like this every morning from now on? Let them have their little fun. A little camaraderie might help improve their teamwork. Yeah, I guess you're right. It was like, yeah, okay, you know what? You keep doing this to us, you keep saying all these terrible things to us. However, if you keep making curry in the morning, yeah, we'll bow down to you or whatever. Do you mind if I ask you something? What is it? When you were a kid, did you want to see the outside, the world outside the complex, rather? Do you ever think about that kind of thing? Yes, actually. I thought about it quite a lot. I thought it would be great to see with my own eyes, even if it was only for a little while. Granted, now that I'm here, it's not exactly what I was expecting. Huh. The lively mood lasted all throughout breakfast. Eventually, the group dispersed, and I headed back to my room. Anytime I talk to Nozomi, it just raises more questions about her and Karua. So here's the problem. I guess there's a world where some of this is true and some of it's not. It's just like, why would, unless her memories have been wiped, or unless everything that we've experienced has been a lie, and whoever's been like setting up that lie in our past created a Karua and either didn't realize or purposely made it so our mans here would have this going on with him. Sometimes it feels like their personalities are completely different, but then Nozomi will come out and say something that I've basically heard Karua say before, practically word for word. Are they really parallel universes of each other? I seriously can't think of anything else that would explain it. No use racking my brain about this. I'll try to talk to her, and in the meantime, what should I do today? So, I am in thought of that. I'm trying to think of instead. There's a lot of things to figure. There's too many mysteries in this game, and I feel like you need 100 endings to solve all of them. Not for nothing. Maybe not all 100, but you probably need at least like 6 or 7 endings to really feel like. I feel like there's probably gonna be like 6 or 7 or maybe 10 like real lore endings. So some of them will be kind of goofy, some would be kind of crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. You know what I mean? Oh, we're doing free time. What did I want to do today? What's the day that the day? No, I still want to get my linguistics up before we do the battle there. However, the one person who... Oh, Shoma does linguistics. Oh, yeah, I'll hang out with Shoma. I like Shoma. Wish he was still yoked out, but hey, what's up? Interesting. Just a little ... from him. I'm sorry? You guys! My wish! I found the Dragon Balls! Oh man, this whole segment has to be the intro. Hold on, I dropped my controller, there we go. So hear me out. Let me talk to you. Also my controller's about to be disconnected because I dropped it, there we go. Y'all just heard me say, I wish he was still yoked out. I turned the corner and he said, wish granted. Yes! Talk to him. Shoma, why do you look like that? Well, I was trying to do some strength training and suddenly my body got huge. I guess it's just what happens, what they mean by pumping up, huh? This isn't just pumping up, your whole bone structure changed. Oh no! I'm sorry, I already achieved, I was already such an eyesore, now I'm even a bigger one. He's back to normal. What's going on with his body? This is crazy. Yeah, we still didn't get a level up for literacy. I guess our literacy was basically at 0. That's so funny. That's... The timing couldn't have been better, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, what are all y'all doing out here? My thing is if like 2 people are together, they're not together. Takumi, well this is just perfect time to get on all 4s so I may have a chair to sit down. Now quickly. No, I'm good. And you? Come train with me if you have some free time, Sir Takumi. Today, I shall not rest until I match the 9-headed dragon Flash. Alright, well, you know, it's interesting that that word is red. Like, it means something to me, but it doesn't. Nobody in there wants to... Wait, actually, the Wonder Twins are in here. No, they're not. Just one of the Wonder Twins is in here. But also Nozomi. And Tsubasa. Got a whole lot of Tsubasas, you know what I mean? What's up? Now, which machine should I build today? And Nozomi. I'd like to hear more about your childhood friend next time. You said she looked just like me? Yeah. You have to be the same person, right? I find it hard to believe you could be anybody else, but you're also definitely not lying, so I don't know. And you're still thinking to yourself? Yeah, okay. So everybody, it seems like, just has their regular dialogue during this part. Except for maybe Shoma. Right, if I walk in, is he gonna be yoked out? No. So what's his normal dialogue? Whenever you got some pent-up stress release, please let it all out on this face of mine. Being a punching bag for everyone is the only thing a worthless sack of meat like me is good for. Well, we know, actually, admittedly, now that he can take it. Yeah, I don't think anybody else is gonna give me... Oh, well, I guess we can hang out with Darumi. Yeah, sure. So hear me out. I actually don't want... I do want to, but I want to get the start of this other book first. You know what I mean? I think it's like creativity in, from the Tokyo residential, mini gods of Celtic mythology. And my headset is about to die, so let's do something about that, too. It's plugged into what? Oh, it's plugged into my headphones. They're definitely full charge. Hip. We were at... There we go. Greens? Yes. Awesome. Alright, what does this say? According to this book, there was a god called, Dagda, which is awesome. Little Fire Emblem home of Shamir, I think. Existed in Celtic cultural sphere. The Dagda had a treasure called the Undry Cauldron that was able to bring back people from the dead. Fascinating. Part of me is starting to believe that the selective books in this library are here for a reason. The Undry Cauldron. During war, the cauldron would throw the bodies of allies slain in battle into the cauldron and send the resurrected soldiers back to the battlefield. Soldiers that were revived right after death. That sounds familiar. Interesting. Fascinating. Okay. I think that's actually pretty dope.
You never know.
And
what
I have no
will
reason to
end.
believe that's fake mythology, but you know, that's cold. That's cold, actually. That's pretty dope. Made it through another day. Our last battle was still pretty recent, so there probably won't be another one for a while. But this is the invaders we're talking about. They don't do predictable. Better rest up for whatever tomorrow bears. I fell asleep surprisingly easy that night. Compared to when I first got here, the absurdity of the situation and the overhanging threat, rather, of the enemies didn't bother me nearly as much as they used to. Maybe I was getting used to this place, but was that a good thing? 48. I want to get to day 50 before I, take a break. For real, but we'll see.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine.
Earth sign, bong, 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 bong.
Get ready for your 48th day. Prepare to
Thank you.
spend another day. Be ready to
Yep.
give your life.
Excellent. Huh? Morning already? Better head to the cafeteria. Okay, cool. Hey, Drew, you alright? I can't take it anymore. She's not alright. Everyone's gotten over their differences and they're all getting along better than ever. I can't even kill myself to spice things up. I just come right back again. Fiend. Maybe it would be better if I did die for real. No one needs poor old Darumi anymore. I'm so emotionally exhausted. All I can do now is cry. I think I'd rather not get involved in whatever this is. She probably just needs to get it out of her system. I hope she doesn't, perish. That would suck. Oh, hey, we gotta talk to her every morning. Why am I not allowed to talk to the others? I want to make friends, too. Oh, dude. Oh. I want to come out of my shell. I want to change. Poor girl. I guess there's a real world where... And he just had the ... after that, so they must have had a serious discussion. I could see this cafeteria meeting going a little, not kosher. Are they both in here? They are both in here. Alright. I have a feeling either this cafeteria discussion or the next one, the Wonder Twins are gonna have a little breakup. In fact, they might already be having a breakup. One of them's got their arms crossed and he's facing away from her. Everyone was already there, chatting pleasantly over their morning meal. So Shoma, I've been wondering, what actually powers your robot suit? What's the structure of the mechanical parts like? I think it runs on hemoanima, and sorry, I don't really know all that much about how it fits together. Maybe you can summon it for me sometime? I'd love to take a closer look at it. Tsubasa, please, you shouldn't get too close. My body odor is hazardous to the health of everyone around me, especially girls. I bet it's not that bad. It's not, is it? It's the price of your power. Is this the price of your power, Sir Shoma? Did you have a vow to never allow yourself to be touched by a woman unless she bested you in a fair battle? But in the midst of all that merriment, two figures remained steadfast, silent. Yep. I wonder if they had an argument. They're awfully quiet today, even for them. I'd started towards Ima and Kako, but before I could reach out to them, another voice called out to me. Takumi, do you have a minute? It's important. Kako, you okay? Seems Eito has something to say to me. Fine. What are you doing? Nope, okay. And you? Nope, alright, fine. Whatever. Eito, what do you want? Hey, what's up, Eito, buddy? It's about what we discussed before. You know, my theory about how we all got here. Oh, did you find out anything new? Not exactly. I know this will sound weird in the light of what I said before, but I don't think we're dealing with a parallel universe at all. Huh? After we learned about world death yesterday, I did a lot of thinking. We're fighting the invaders to make it safe for the residents of humanity to move out of the Tokyo residential complex, right? So the complex and the academy don't exist in different worlds like I originally thought. It's just that one is on the surface while the other's underground. When you think about it that way, the idea that we've been teleported to a parallel universe starts to look less credible than it did before. Now, here's the problem. There is the other bit that it looks like the Tokyo residential complex got attacked by the invaders. And I believe that happened with pretty much everyone, right? Quote unquote. So then it shouldn't be safe anymore. One more thing. I've been trying to ask everyone about their lives in the complex, trying to build up a more complete picture. If we really are in a parallel universe now, it wouldn't be out of the question for some of us to have originally come from different versions of TRC. But as far as I can tell, our accounts line up perfectly. There's no doubt we all came from the same place. Okay, but there's still stuff we can't explain, right? Stuff that supported the parallel universe theory? You mean the connections between Nozomi and your old friend, Karuo, rather? I'm afraid I'm no closer to solving that mystery. Right now I can only assume that their likeness to each other is a coincidence, or that they're the same person and something's gone wrong with their memory. Those are our options now. There's no way it's just a coincidence. In that case, when you say something's gone wrong, do you mean... Hey, you two, what are you whispering about over there? Hey, excuse me, we're whispering about you. So this is an A-B situation, so if you could, so I could see you later, see you later to talk about the gaps in your memory, then that would be great. Well, oh, nothing at all. That's right, we're having a normal conversation, nothing suspicious here. You know, that only makes it seem more suspicious, right? Anyway, all this completely normal conversation is giving me an appetite. Let's dig in. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Hey, I love the boys. They are my favorite deal in this game. Eito and I gave our attention wholeheartedly to our food in a vain attempt to throw Nozomi off of our trail. It didn't work. Feeling bloated from scarfing it down so quickly, I went back to my room and let my stomach settle. Whew. Now that I think about it, Eito's probably right. Knowing what we know now, there's no reason to think our residential complex exists in a totally different world from this one. No. I think there is still one thing that supports that, and that's that first battle. If that's the case, then what are we really fighting for? There would be no... Unless, like... Okay. So if that is the case, and that first battle, which sounds like it is fake, is... And I guess if it is fake, that means maybe the Tokyo residential complex is still perfectly fine. I guess that theory does still exist. However, continuing on that line of thought, then what would we be doing? Would it just be something that kills all invaders, and in which case is maybe it's using this 100 days to charge up? Or I feel like it's got to be something different than that, just a end-all be-all for all the invaders. It could still have Earth doing all the things. Maybe it's like a new ozone or something. I do really believe, however, that whatever is in that room is what is going to essentially give us the ability to traverse these timelines, would be my one guess. We have to survive all 100 days, and somehow, some way, we'll get enough information to find not a true timeline, but like one where Earth is okay. And I think that would be the most clever way to handle having to go through 100 different endings. Finding the one where Earth is okay. And this is just because I've been going through the Somnium Files, the original Somnium Files game with, one of my friends, and like, you know, in that game, and this is like no spoilers right now, they do just like go through a bunch of like multi-universal theories. They just spit out a whole bunch of them during the game. You'll get to a point in the game where they just sit down and just like talk about like, they just raft off like 6 or 7, Mandela effect, etc, etc. I just think that's an interesting part of the game. So I'm wondering if they're using like that part, and now we need to move away from that, because once again, not spoiling Somnium Files. If you have not played Somnium Files or seen the playthrough, go and check it out, because it's a great game. It is one of my favorites that we played on this channel. But taking a step back once again, what if they are essentially using like one of those multi-universal things, but like instead you're traversing timelines, and whatever we find in that 100 days is what gives us the ability to do so. That being said, I guess that would make it so, I guess it would make sense for us to keep all of our stats, but I don't know if it would make it so it would make sense for everybody else to keep all of theirs. Or maybe the game is just like, oh yeah, they do that. But I guess if all of us, I don't know, man. I like that idea, but I don't know how they would carry that out. But I'm gonna pocket that one because I think that could be, because once we get to day 100, I feel like whatever is there will encourage us to go through other timelines. I think that's the only way that this can go, actually. So maybe that's it. Maybe whatever's in the defense room is, alright, defense room's open, you can chuck down timelines now. And find the timeline where humanity is okay, we defeat all the invaders, because this one is about to go to crap. Is what I think. I feel like I think we're forced onto a, not bad ending, but we're not gonna win ending. You gotta go find the right timeline and make the right choices to get to humanity survives. I think that would be a fun way to go about this game. I don't know if that is what they're going to do. I do think that there could be like a world reset button or a timeline reset button. That might be it. Hey, it's just one big button that's like rooted in the earth. It has like, I don't know, roots that goes all through the earth. But I feel like there's still like, with whatever that is, we're going to need more lore, and I feel like this game is going to go heavy on its lore. Or maybe not. Maybe it's going to be a haha, silly, funny, goofy game. I don't believe that, though. So let's just keep going. I'll ask Nozomi about it directly. If I can get her back on the back foot again, I don't want to jeopardize that. We're finally comfortable. Once I get like this, it's hard to start thinking about anything else. I'm starting to wish that Eito had never shared his theory with me in the first place. Need something to take my mind off of this. How should I spend my free time? I'm going to take a brief break, now that we're at free time. But I'll be right back for you guys, but it might be a day or so for me. So BRB, good day, good people. This is not this is the same episode. What am I talking about? Let's continue. I don't need to do any explaining. I've done some thinking in between episodes or in between sessions. I guess first things first, I know where I want to go. I don't know how much free time we're gonna have left. I'm gonna come here and finish the rest of this book. Crazy how so many people are just in the library. Okay, yeah, I want to read the rest of this one. I feel like reading both of the books should just give you one level, you know what I mean? There we go. Linguistics 2. I was like, we gotta get there eventually, you know what I mean? Alright, great. Now that we have Linguistics 2, let's go and just do that mock battle. In the training room. I'm sure her dialogue is the same. Because we haven't had like a big event to change anybody's dialogue for real, for real. I'd like to hear more about your childhood friend that looks just like me. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Here, let's go to the training room. Hey, Kako, do you want to at least like do the VR training? That might be something. I think you're still gonna be. There you go. All right, yeah, let's do this before, you know, some crazy things happen, because it feels like crazy things are about to happen. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, where are we? I guess this is... Oh, no, this isn't our school. This is the old school. I was like, this isn't our school. It's the second Defense Academy. The second to last Defense Academy. Okay. Cool. I guess. There's just one wave, so we just gotta take out everybody here. It's a couple big boys. It is a whole army, though, you know what I mean?
Let's do this!
We can slow down some movement. I like having him around, but here, before anything, maybe, well, actually, yeah, you do this because it does give us some good voltage gain. I guess. You
Prepped and ready.
are great, but I need you to give me some things. She can let people go again. Oh, you're still here?
Time to
Never
move.
mind. Alright, well, in that case, I had to do some thinking.
Don't expect much from me.
Because, like, you know, obviously we should do this.
I'll get in their way for once.
I guess. That leaves us with 2.
I'm ready, whatever.
Is great. This is 2 attack on anyone in these diagonals. Versus 3 attack on somebody right in front of us.
Locked and loaded.
I also gotta remember that, like, on, I guess, 1 AP, we might be getting some last yells. Now that we have a lot of last yell opportunities.
Good to go.
We gotta use a skill to do that.
I got this.
Put a couple fences on. No, don't rotate camera, rotate this thing. There we go.
Let's try one of these.
Strategic
I'll put an end to
material.
this. This will show them.
So what I feel like I should do with these last 2 APs is try and set somebody up to get a kill. I feel like her getting the last yell wouldn't be the worst decision in the world. She could just, like, scoot around the map and just get some free kills, you know what I mean?
I'm taking the wheel.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe we should actually use
Time for
you.
battle.
You can't quite get to that thing, though. But you can get here, I guess. But it's gonna get armor, isn't it? Right? So you're gonna get +2 armor, and you're not really gonna be able to... Okay, well, hear me out.
Locked and loaded.
What if we just,
This should slow them down.
what if we just attack upper, you know?
Leave it to me. Just a quick drop out.
Hear me out.
Ready whenever.
But I guess it's, yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, we're playing around. We'll see what happens. It's a VR battle. So now she can do 3
I'm
attack.
taking the wheel.
You want her to deadlights. Oh my gosh, can she not hit that guy from any of the locations that we have? From here? Oh man. Oh boy. Alright, well maybe mission not success. Is there anything over here that we can kill? Nothing? Okay, I made a grand mistake. I made a clerical error. I should have done it to this guy. Oh, we'll see what happens. I don't think I know how to use last yell. Should be alright. Everybody be alright. Yeah, be alright. We'll be alright. Right, I was gonna say her attack is now down, which is unfortunate. But you
I'll try not to run away.
still can't do anything because we're not at 100% stuff. Awesome. Great that this is happening to me.
I can't wait.
I guess you can get the guy in the back.
This may hurt.
2 arms!
I mean, that's a strong attack. Inflict stun on the user. I feel like I should be doing that on these guys in the back, you know what I mean? So, here, first let's
Ready when you are.
Let's figure out what we want to do here, because I feel like we need to... This team needs some assistance. And your 6 should be enough to just take out...
Let's get to the killing.
Not yours.
Onward!
Your 6 should be able to just take out... Okay, you can't reach him. Awesome. My favorite. She's around. She can't really do too much from where she is. I guess she can hit this guy.
Die!
It's not the end of the world.
Time for battle.
Sure.
I'll chop you to pieces. Broken so soon.
Okay.
Yes, leave it to me.
Kind of just like thinking because over here we'll have a chance to do a couple of things. But we have to take somebody out first.
Ready whenever.
Which you can't do. You could probably clear out this whole area if we get to 100%, but I feel like this area is the area that's more in danger, I suppose. Because nobody over here can really... Well, I mean...
I'll show you what's up.
You're not over 100% yet, so you're not super duper useful. Yo, somebody over here has to be able to get a KO somewhere, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I guess it's my turn.
It's not you. You get close.
I'm prepped and ready! I'll catch you!
You know what? We can go another turn. Okay, now we have 100%, so now. What do we want to do here? We can boost our Hemo Anima, get a little plus.
My turn at last!
Oh, I see. Oh, I have to activate it like this. That's... Okay, I understand how last y'all worked. Okay, I get it, I get it. Then who would I want to use that on, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that yet.
Let's freaking go!
I mean, that's pretty good. But does that kill any more than just one guy? I don't think so.
It's killing game!
Yours is pretty good too. I actually don't... I think we've used yours one time. I mean, that's kind of fun, I guess. Yours isn't bad.
Rev it up!
But I don't know if it's... it takes out 2 people. I suppose. Or I guess we could just...
if you can stand me.
But you know what? His right now, terrible positioning.
I've got this.
You can take out 2 here. Yours isn't terrible
ready
either.
whenever.
And I guess you could take out a couple of them here. Is there anywhere we could get like 4? Or 3? This is as far back as you can go. This clears out a lot of them, so that's not the worst idea. Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
Allow me to take them down.
Good job.
I hope I helped a
A
little.
lot of people will be close to death, which is nice. Nice. I don't know if nice is the word that I really want to use there. At the very least, I guess you could go out of my way. Get rid of a bunch of these guys. Yeah, part of me still kind of wants to use Last Yell on,
Don't expect much from me.
I mean, yeah, you just do this again.
Maybe this will do something.
So we don't have to worry about anybody on that side doing any crazy things. We still have a couple fences on this side. She might take a little bit of damage, but no more than 3 of them can attack her at this point yet. And he's back at full health, so let's rock. You could get in a little bit of, yeah, we're fine. In turn. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so that, yeah, I was gonna say that thing is gonna be gone. He'll be able to die. He'll be able to die.
I'll
What are you
remember
doing?
this.
That's fine. He'll be alright. What happened to that thing? I'm sorry? Oh, did they get powered up when they kill somebody? When enemies defeat an ally, the enemy will transform into a terrifying threat. They won't be an easy to defeat, but if you can pull it off, you'll get a large amount of voltage. Oh, dude, I didn't know that. That's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh, look at this movement and the attack. Attack 5. Okay, that thing's gotta go, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? What kind of special attacks you got?
How many more can I get?
So if we put you here, I'm not sure that's the best decision yet, but it'll give us a whole lot of stuff, to say the least. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
I'm taking the wheel.
Before we do anything, let me try and have my boy.
Let me at him.
Cause he's got his crazy shot. He's doing 3 attack now. He kind of cooking. You know what I mean? He's not cooking that much actually, because he's got nowhere to go. But he is stunned currently, so you know he's also got nowhere to go. This guy does 5 attack now, which is kind of terrifying. Admittedly. I'm
good whenever.
Allies acting with 1 AP in battle have a 50% chance of gaining support status. I see.
I'm good to go.
What is your special attack's not that bad right there.
Good to go.
But okay, so here's not even a dilemma, it's just something I feel like we need to do. You gotta die.
Looks a little dangerous.
But you know what? You'd be more than happy to do so. You're like, oh man, I get my killing game or whatever. Whoop-de-doo, yippity-skippity. I feel like I should do it like there. Well, hold on. Maybe there's a world where...
I'll take care of this.
Let's put this fence back up. Just kind of tweak them out. Like, we just beat that fence, man.
Let's try one of these.
And maybe we actually just use
I'll put an end to
you
this.
to put down a turret here. You know?
You have this coming.
Yeah. And that also heals that up a little bit, which is kind of dope, actually. Now we gotta do, you know, some thinking still. We gotta do some it's a little thinking exercise. You know?
Just watch
So we
me.
can do a crazy shot here to get rid of some of them.
Mow him down.
So she can get a little bit more movement to do
So
her
close today.
to do her thing. Yeah, I know you're so close to that. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Dangerous.
So we can put you here to do 4 onto him. Well, first of all, let me see how much you can. You're still stunned, but you don't have to be. It'll be people acting on 1 AP. I gotta, let me do some thinking.
Leave it to me.
You unstun him.
I'll help.
You saved me.
Okay, if we put...
It's as bad as I thought, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, it's pretty bad. You'll be alright, though. Now hear me out. I don't know if I'm thinking about this forwards or backwards is the problem. So if I activate allies acting with 1 AP in battle have a 50% chance of gaining support status. So you'd have to be the one acting with 1 AP in battle, which is fine. I kind of want her to have the last yell so she can just scoot around, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Cause she doesn't get fatigued is kind of my big thing. So hear me out on this, because we're also gonna get another big ol' AP boost. So give me last yell on you.
Keep it coming.
So you have a 50% chance ally acting with 1 AP gains support status. I did this backwards, I think. You'll be yelling on everybody else is what'll be happening. I understand now. I was indeed thinking about it backwards. All right, here. We're not acting on 1 AP yet. So actually, let me look around. Is there anybody who can like go kill somebody real quick, just so we can get a? Nope, not you. No, not you. You gotta act on. So
Yes,
you can't
leave it
even
to
get
me.
to him. Unfortunately, is the problem. But you can do 2 attack.
I wonder how many more can I get? Looks
Probably not that many.
Dangerous.
Oh, there's a guy in the back that I forgot about.
I'm ready
You can get to him. That's something.
Hang in there.
And he gets the
Leave
last
this to
yell.
me. Here we go. All well and good.
Okay. I understand it now. I'm thinking, you guys. My brain's going. So this is why we want to kind of activate last yell on a bunch of people. I see the vision. I see the vision, you guys. I see it. So we just gotta have a whole bunch of voltage build up. That's what we want.
Looks a little dangerous.
So that'll bring him down to 4, which is nice. That'll take out a couple of them. Now hold on, if I do it here, that might be better. Since it's just that small slot, go for it.
You're coming with me.
My thing is we won't get another AP off of this, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then she dead. But we do get voltage off of it, which is the big note. We probably want to activate last yell on somebody else too, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We probably just want to give somebody else last yell. He's probably about to die next turn. That's not cool, actually. So say I use your special attack this turn. I did do the thing last turn, I think.
I'll try not to drag you down.
I could just turn it this way and we get 2 more AP.
I'll defend all of you!
Do we have another way of getting back to 100%?
Yes!
Because now she is not more free, unfortunately.
Time.
But we are at 3 now, so we got some thinking to do. So,
I'm good whenever.
we could use her deadlights to get rid of a couple people back here. But I feel like we need to get deadlights up here. Fine. I think this is still fine. I think we'll broadly be okay. We still got 2. He's not stunned.
Yes, leave it to me.
And in fact, he's fine. He could go over here to try and mess with that guy, but there's no like great range that we can get to. Is there any way that we can hit him and somebody else? Yes, that's at least something. He also has bleed on him, so maybe we don't really need to do that. Let me think, because we'll get one. Oh, well, he might get boosted again.
We better get moving.
Because he'll be acting on 1 AP and then we'll get another 1 AP.
You're in the way.
I'll take my 50-50 and we'll be at we're not at 100. That's crazy. That's crazy work, y'all. That is crazy work. He doesn't have movement, but he can do this all over again. Can he get that baby last yell again? And we should move here because that takes out one more enemy. Come on, Tsubasa, yell at him.
Hang in there.
Yell at him, baby.
Allow me to trim down their numbers.
Alright, so now we got him out of the way. We're at a big old voltage number, which is great. Now, hear me out. Can I get the crazy boy in the back with him? Because that might be better, because we'll also get a massive voltage gain from here.
Allow me to take them down.
Yeah, take him out. Take him out, yeah. Excellent.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Because now my boy's fighting strong. He's fighting fit. Now we have 4 AP, so I'm cooking. I'm cooking out here. Well, now it's just kind of some babies left, right? This guy's isolated, so she should be good to do some Jumanji. You know what I'm saying? But who would be better, her doing Jumanji or him?
All right.
Well, you can't
Let's
get over
started.
there. Well, actually, you probably could. If
Here we go.
our boy here comes up here and does a little... That slide shot's not... I'm not mad at this side slide. Because now
Time
you
for battle.
have much more movement, but not as much as I would want to. But
Good whenever.
if we really wanted to, that's fine.
Let's keep it up. Locked and loaded.
You can now accelerate on her,
I'll protect us.
It's more than trash like me
All right.
deserves.
and now she
get
can go and
started.
hit somebody, aka this guy, for a big ol' hit.
Out of my way.
And
Time
you're
to
one
move.
more. Hey, you want to yell at her again?
Hang in there.
Hey, she yelling like
Stand back
crazy.
and watch. Die.
You gotta love it when she yelling out here, because now we got 126. Alright, okay. She could use hers to just clear out this area. And there's not really any big boys left on this side. But you're seeing what I'm saying. I think I need to do this in the reverse. I need to give her like a boost. If I can get her to get a whole bunch of last yells, she could just go crazy. She could just run around the whole map, I think.
Kneel before me.
Yeah, there's no big boys left.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, it's little boys only.
Let's roll.
No. No. No, I don't think so. I mean, like, there are just little babies left, so I don't know. I don't know, man. Hey. You're who's least likely to die here? You?
Whenever you're ready.
Healing shower. What does this do? Consume voltage to activate special attack, inflict stun on user, heals allies. So it's just a bigger range. No, we're never using.
Prepped and ready.
We're not using that. Why would we ever do that?
Leave it to me.
I can see why we would do
This
that.
is for all
You're
of
yelling. You're yelling for everybody. There we go. We're done. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I was gonna say, you should be doing some work. There we go.
I'll show you what's up.
People over there, what's up? Okay, well that's unneeded.
My turn at last.
Her shovel is, I mean, I guess her shovel does a little bit of damage here. That's fine. Great.
I've got this.
Sure.
There.
Not for nothing, you can start
good
zooming,
whenever.
for real. She's on cleanup duty.
Take this! Ready when you are.
Like, look, she can go all the way around the world, man.
You got this.
Hey, look at this! Everybody yelling out here. Alright, great, yeah, we're done. Okay, I understand last yell.
I'm good whenever. Let's roll.
It is counter to what I thought it was, but it is, it cooks. It does cook. I'm trying to get my, I think last yell Tsubasa is gonna be, good, might be the way to go. Because you saw she got all the way to the other side of the map in one turn, and still got an attack off.
You never know when the well then.
So I can boost her attack +2 to get her like her first AP, to get like the last yell, and then she gets her KO, and then she's got another 1 AP, and she can go for it again. I think that might be the schmooves. Now that I'm alone though, I can't help but come back to the Nozomi Karua issue. I had no trouble with her name before, and now I can't. She's out of my mind. It's Nozomi forever. I need to stop thinking about this. There's nothing I can do about it for now. Got into bed with difficulty, cleared my mind. I didn't want to lose sleep over this problem. I couldn't help it. And so, 48. We're almost at the halfway point. We're almost halfway there. Living on a prayer.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Prepare.
We're almost.
We
He better
ready
give
to
me something
your li-
special for the halfway point, man. He better. Everyone's probably meeting in the cafeteria, so I should probably get going too. Alright, let's do it. I assume Kako will be out here saying, "Oh, woe is me, oh no." No, it's Ima this time. Mr. Sumino, perfect timing. Can I give you a message for the others? Message? What is it? My dear sister and I won't be coming to the cafeteria for a while. I've decided we need to put some distance between ourselves and the rest of you. In short, I'd like you all to leave us alone. What do you mean? Your presence is having a pernicious of influence on my dear sister. I cannot allow that. Nothing personal. Wow. Ima left me flashing the same carefree smile as always. The heck was that all about? What's going on with those two? And there's the other thing. You could have gone through and not talked to them at all. And they're spending time in Ima's room together? Hate that. Hey, the Wonder Twins are not vibing anymore with us. Cafeteria was full like it had been the past few days. Kako and Ima were the only ones missing. Are the twins coming today? I don't know. Should I go check on them? I'd offer to do it, but I'm afraid the sight of me so early in the morning would ruin their entire day. I saw Ima earlier. He's fine. He said he wants us to leave him alone, leaving him and Kako alone for a while. Come to think of it, he told me the same thing. Yeah, that's true. It could have not happened. Wonder what's gotten into him. Something about having pernicious influence on his dear sister, right? Yep, that's exactly what he said. Well, that's just rude. Accurate though, the walls are awfully thin around here, Kiyoshika. I heard you and your sword going at it last night. That was a lie. I was being so careful. Nobody could have heard it. Oh my gosh, so you admit it. You realize you just admitted that you were up to something though, right? Well, it's not like Ima's treating us like dirt isn't anything new. I say leave him be. Nothing any of us say is gonna convince him to fight anyway. Well, you haven't let me try. He's never isolated himself in Kako like this before, though. I think I'd better ask him about it the next time I see him. Alright, good luck with that. Putting our concerns aside, about the twins, the Wonder Twins, the Sukumo twins, we continued our breakfast without further incident. After a while, I decided to head back to my room. Even if things are quiet now, I shouldn't let my guard down, so free time. Okay. We've done the battle that they had for us at the thing, so we could do a little bit more training. And by training, I mean like we could feed, yeah, take me here. I was like, we could, I don't know who I want to upgrade now that I'm thinking about it. Because I was gonna say, maybe we just want to put everything on, what is Airblade? Okay, well that's kind of cool. How much does that cost? 800? Let me peek. Because I think getting deadlight voltage gain like crazy, if I am gonna like it, really try and push through, so I need a little bit more science for that. gonna come back to you. I would like to learn Airblade. Does anyone else have, like... I need 2 gem for that. Oh my gosh. So I need 2 gem for that. Oh, that's kind of nice. Recovers 1 HP. Executioner. That's a 4 attack move. That's 800. Yeah, I need to start learning these skills too. So I need some more gem. Is what I need. I need 1 more gem. Hers is unlocked. What is yours? Decelerate? No. Unyielding. Well, I think we have most of your stuff already ready. Adds 1 attack and armor +3 to all allies in range, which is kind of dope. I know she's a support character, but I kind of want her to just drive around and run everything over. I kind of want Demolition Derby, you know what I mean? Omega Punch. He can attack you guys. Hold on a minute. Maybe we should do that. It's 1 attack. It also stuns a user, which is kind of okay, I guess. We've already gotten... Well, we have not already gotten voltage gain on this. We need a lot more metals, is what I'm learning. Move +1. Oh, that's fancy. Alright, I need to peek at everybody's stuff. Like, his is on the hunt, I need to just get everything to 2, is what I'm kind of realizing, so I can get everybody's, like, second thing, you know? So I get everybody's second thing out of here, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Bolstering Bullet, a bullet that fires, gives +5 and 1 attack to everybody. I feel like Rescue Bullet's still the thing we'll be using the most. And honestly, having a voltage gain and Rescue Bullet might be nice. I just got the voltage gain on that. Gaku. I feel like we might want to get voltage gain on everybody's just regular stuff, you know what I mean? That might be our next little train, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But also unlocking everybody's second ability. Shoma actually being able to attack is probably a good idea, even though his attack is trash. His attack might not be trash, you know, when he's doing things. Or if he is getting, like, you know, last yelled, you know what I'm saying? I doubt he'll be the one doing a lot of last yelling, but you know, it is what it is. I think all of their... No, I still need 2s for it. Oh my gosh. Let me get 2s on everything. That's what I've learned. Report card, what do we need? Science. Gym, we have the least amount of stuff in, which is unfortunate. I feel like we're very close to social studies, and we're a little bit away from... It looks like you need 4 blocks to get to level 2. So social studies, I think we just need to hang out with somebody 1 time. So let's do that first. Who loves them some social studies? I also think I want to kind of look at the biolab, because that's the one thing that I don't think I've touched. For real.
Huh?
Yeah, max uses for these is kind of nice. Oh, these just required stuff. I have stuff. What's a desperation potion? I guess I'll never know. What does it do? User becomes 1 HP? I guess if I really wanted to use somebody's ability immediately, on death, I guess I could see desperation potion being being a thing that I could want. Well, that's not overpowered, but you know, that looks like it could be nice. Let's get attack for another use. We'll still need more science for that. Heals fatigue. I gotta remember that I have these, actually, because I have not been using those. And they could be useful. And I think we will need to go do some walking around soon. So that might be something we want to do. That being said, to start, I think we want to try and get some social studies. So I guess we can hang out with Tomato Head, Kurara, for a little bit. For a sec. You know what? I want to go this way. That means she's probably this way. So let me walk this way real quick. I think I might have punked myself because I think she might actually be all the way around. Yep, there she is. I don't believe this. It's unforgivable. What's up? Why is the decor in the school so cheap looking? So gaudy I could puke. Stinks like Nove Riche. Enough. I can't take this anymore. Takumi, I command you to blow up the school immediately. Yeah. Not in this ending, probably, but it'll probably happen in one of them, let's be real. Have you lost your mind? Send this tacky school to hell where it belongs and build a castle worthy of my nobility. I'm going to set up bombs. You help. I desperately tried to call Kurara down, trying to get her, somehow getting her to give up on her plan. Should've just taken her tomato off. Are all rich people this delusionally self-absorbed? Your experience unlocked celebrity. Fair enough. And that should be enough. Yeah. Okay. Noted. Okay, so I think we are gonna continue down this track of just trying to learn and get our things up. Our next one that is, I think, we gotta do a lot for gym. And we gotta do a good chunk for science, so I think we'll just do whoever's available between gym and science, for real, for real. So let's do gym first, or maybe we'll do science, whoever's available, you know what I mean? Because gym might not be available, but science is. Okay, so that's available. And I guess if it gives me like 2 gyms, then I'll do that. That's 2 math, so yeah, we'll do Takamaru. I'm just under the assumption that 2 symbols is better than 1. You gonna use the Gift-O-Matic too? Sure. I came to make some underwear with the Gift-O-Matic, some shiny leather print briefs. Bro, that's quite the statement piece, don't you think? Suits me just fine. You think I'd go around wearing lame-ass tighty-whities? Man's gotta assert dominance from the groin out. He ain't got no spirit otherwise. Takamaru, you know what? Never doubt him. Never doubt anything about him. He gave us Yokshoma, so you know what? I'm gonna let him cook. After spending time together, you would understand him better. Great. Excellent.
You never know when the invader... Well then, good night.
Oh, it's a rainy night. Made it through another day. I get the feeling things won't stay peaceful for much longer. Huh? Looked up suddenly and started out of my thoughts rather. Nothing had happened, but I'd sensed something. Was it my imagination or was someone right outside of my door? Who is it? Is it Ghost Boy? I cautiously opened the door, wondering why whoever it was didn't knock or ring the bell rather. But when I got outside, there was nobody there. Guess I was just imagining it. I felt so sure though. Oh, it's raining too. It's really coming down hard. Raindrops were pelting the rooftop all around me, producing a relentless rhythmic beat.
I probably mistook this sound for footsteps or something. Yeah, that must be it.
No, I bet it was like Kako or Emo.
Oh, seriously. This rain stuff is nothing but trouble. I'm gonna get soaked standing out here.
Turn around to go back inside, but find myself gazing up at the sky. Moon through the clouds, huh? The big rock again, weird. It was bigger than it was before. Does this change from day to day, or is that just a trick of the light and rain?
I want to see the sky and the stars and the moon with my own eyes. This book says they're so pretty, people held parties just to look at them.
Moon?
A moon?
A big chunk of rock that floats around the earth. It's close enough that it looks like it's right above your head.
What if it falls? Guess that must be the moon. The one Karo wanted to see so badly. Huh?
What's that? It looks like there's something mechanical on the surface.
Huh?
What's that all about? I thought the moon was meant to be just a hunk of rock.
Then maybe you put 2 and 2 together and know that it's not the moon. It might be an invader. That's the... Wait, he spoke! Fire boy!
You again? When did you...
He's trying to tell me something just like before. I still can't hear a
Never
thing.
mind that. I'm not letting you get away this time. Everything that's happened to us is your fault. Sirei being killed, Hideko going missing.
Now, I'll be real. That's nothing has happened since Hideko, though. So I was like, I expected like 2 or 3 more people to go missing.
You were behind all of it, weren't you? What are you? One of the commanders?
He's got the heart and the veins coming from it.
You know what? Save it. You can explain yourself once I know you're not going anywhere.
Well, he just appears and disappears. I don't think you can stop him. I lunge forward to grapple with my fiery invader. There was a sound like the sky ripping apart, and then a blinding flash of light. And with that flying, yeah, I was so surprised my whole body tensed up. My foot came down on the slick ground at a weird angle, and I lost my balance. And then I fell off the school and died. Next thing I knew, well, I totally blacked out. I think he twisted his ankle, poor boy. Day 50. We made it! We're halfway there! Sierra, you better say something like, congratulations, you're halfway there. He's wearing something snazzy.
Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. That's right, folks, you're halfway there. Like a lizard on a chair.
Yeah. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, like a lizard on a chair.
You're stepped in blood so far. Returning would be as tedious as to go o'er. There's no turning back now. In honor of the occasion, I've unlocked the courtyard. It's the perfect place to enjoy a moment of quiet contemplation.
Okay, little courtyard.
I've also prepared a special gift for each and every one of you brave soldiers.
A gift?
I'll give them to you in person. So come find me in the cafeteria.
Oh, well, you won't be doing that. You're dead. So no gifts. Sad. What happened? How'd my ankle feel? I came to lying on the cold, hard surface of the school rooftop. Was I dreaming? No, my back was aching too badly for any of this to... Oh, boy gotta have a cold at this point. For a moment, I couldn't remember how I got there. But then it all came rushing back. The invader made of undying flames appeared against last night. So I wonder if that's like the leader of the undying flames. I wonder if he is who's behind the special thing. I wonder if this is the depiction of the Earth. Or something like that. There's like a list of theories that we have here, but I don't know which one is, a thing. That's right. He attacked me. What was that weird technique he used? It looked like the whole sky lit up for a second and then... Are you alright, Takumi? What are you doing out here? Oh, hey, Ito. That was some weather we had last night. I'd never seen lightning before. Lightning? A discharge of electricity from storm clouds. It happens here in the outside world from time to time. You probably heard the thunder, the sound of it hitting the ground. There's enough force in each strike to cause instant death. Instant death? That's what I read anyway. Lightning is rare, but when it happens, it's swift and deadly. Okay, it's not that rare. Honestly, depending on where you live, we get lightning, several times every summer and really spring and autumn. We get lightning all the time, except that we've had thunder snow too, so never mind. It happens all the time. Wait, thunder snow, however, is definitely a rare phenomenon. Wait, at least where I am, it might be more prevalent elsewhere. You know what I mean? Natural phenomenon. So it was all just natural? It wasn't an attack? But then why did I... Are you sure you're feeling alright, Takumi? You look pale. Maybe you should get some rest. I can bring you your breakfast if you like. I don't mind making the trip twice for you. That's what friends are for, right? No, I'm fine. I just need a minute. I'll see you in the cafeteria. Okay, but let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Alright, Eito. He is my guy. That is my boy. With a reluctant smile, Eito went on. If that lightning flash wasn't something the invader did, why did I end up passing out until morning? Didn't it just slip? How did it happen again? I thought back to the night's events. I lunged for the fiery invader. There was a flash of light, a loud bang, and then I fell. I slept on the wet ground and hit my head. I guess that would explain it. Unless, like, Ima hit him from behind or something. That would have left me completely defenseless, though. Why didn't the invader finish me off? Another mystery to add to the pile. So let the others know about this. They're probably in the cafeteria. Hey, someone keeps... Is everybody back there? No. Somebody keeps breaking into this school, and the thing doesn't go off when he shows up. So he's not an invader, actually. If that does not go off when he is on the school grounds and he's not an invader. At least that's what reason would dictate to me, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But we made it to day 50. When I got to the cafeteria, I found everyone discussing the new area that had opened up, right? The courtyard. The courtyard, right? Yeah, I saw it. It looks pretty nice, huh? Yeah, it's a little on the plain side, but I think it's got a ton of space. Why are there cages, though? I didn't see any animals. With cages that big, we could keep an invader or two. I'd make it nice and comfy for them. Oh, wait, what? Invaders are our enemies, not pets. Fiend, never mind that. Where's my present? I was promised a special gift for being such a brave soldier. Are you saying there's no gift? No, everything is lies. Everything is lies. There's not much we can do about it. C-Ray isn't here anymore. What do you think he was gonna give us? The announcement said, made it sound pretty special. Dow says that it would have been something intended to boost our morale rather than bring us some measure of joy, so perhaps a new set of torture instruments? Collars with bombs in them. I'm sorry, bomb collars. You two are the only ones who'd want something like that. Nah, I bet it was a wad of cash. Just my luck that I'd miss out on it. I hated to ruin the mood, rather, but they needed to know. I raised my voice to make myself heard above the turmoil.
Yeah!
Yo, can I have your attention? There's something I need to... Okay, well, I guess it makes sense that we're getting a thing now. Before I could go on, I was cut off by a blaring siren. The alarm. The invaders are back already? I wonder if we're getting attacked by the moon.
Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated. All available troops, prepare for battle.
Seriously? There's usually more time between attacks than this. No fair. Springing another one on us this early, I'm gonna hurl. No matter how many times I hear the siren, it never gets any easier to deal with. Let's go, everyone. If the invaders are attacking, there's only one thing left for us to do. Come on, the unwashed masses. And ignoramuses. To the war room. Right, let's do this. No guts, no glory! Everybody hurried out of the room, effectively putting the conversation on hold. Telling them about last night can wait. Defending the school comes first. That's what I have to focus on right now. Defeat the invaders, defend the school, save mankind. As you do. Wonder Twins are still in their room, I assume? Yeah. Alright, well. To the war room. Alright, everyone, let's get out there and kick some ass. Wait a minute, I've been checking the security feed and something's not right. What you mean? Oh yeah, we didn't get the cutscene where there were a bunch of enemies just running towards us, right?
There's no one there. I did a sweep of the whole perimeter, but the place is empty.
That's a problem.
Hey, you're right. Where are the invaders? Don't tell me that was a false alarm.
Yeah, I can save mid-dialogue. Okay, well, noted. That's
They
fine.
must be invisible. We'll have to, like, pelt them with bags of flour or something. Look, what's that?
Is it the moon?
Oh yeah, there's something. No, someone out there. Maybe a commander.
Coming out to face us all alone? I can't help but admire its courage.
I'm not so sure about that. Doesn't it look a little unsteady on its feet?
I'm pretty sure the security cameras have a zoom function. Here, I'll see if I can get a closer look.
Spots to press a few buttons, the image on the screen zeroed in on a strange figure gradually showing more and more detail. Oh, it looks like a human. Oh my gosh, a wrestler?
This one's not wearing a mask or nothing. Is that what the commanders look like underneath?
No, that's not a commander. It's
Moko! Oh my gosh, Moko? But why would Moko be registered as a enemy or an intruder, you know?
Huh?
It's Moko! She's come back to us!
Uh-oh.
That's Moko?
Yo, Moko's massive.
Moko!
We rushed outside to the girl who collapsed and carried her back to the school. There was still a vacant room on the roof, so we set her up in there. I don't know if I believe that this is Moko, because the thing kicked off. It looks like she's not hurt too badly. I think she just passed out from exhaustion. That's a relief. I've got to say, though, I'm surprised. Is this really the girl you told us about before? Yes, this is Moko Mojiri, our friend, our ally, the one who saved our lives. She stopped the invaders from destroying the school of the second campus at the cost of being taken prisoner, right? I guess she must have found a way to escape. I always knew she'd be alright. If the high school pro wrestler couldn't break her, what chance do the invaders have? A pro wrestling scene. It's not just a costume, she's an actual wrestler. I wonder how she got through the wall of fire, though. Maybe she followed some invaders in? Well, we didn't see any invaders. I guess maybe she took them out. Or rather, she waited for them to make a hole in the wall, defeated them before they could use it, then went through herself. That would mean she defeated a whole squad by herself. Trust me, Moko could have done it. That would explain why she's so tired now, too. Well, it's a better theory than anything I could come up with. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is a shock. Moko's that strong. Having her on our team is going to do wonders for our morale. I was so worried. I wanted to keep believing she'd be okay, but she was gone so long. Seems like this Moko means a lot to Nozomi. No, not just to her. Yugamu rather, Kiyoshika, and Kurara clearly they cared a bunch about her. They got hypnotized because of her. They told me before that she saved their lives, but I never really got the full story. Look, she's opening her eyes. Huh?
Moko, are you okay? Do you recognize me?
Nozomi? And some guy I don't know?
They call me, Taki.
You brought your boyfriend over to watch me sleep? So not cool.
We're not dating.
Did you come here all the way from
She
the
didn't deny
invaders'
it, though.
base? All alone? Are you going to be okay?
I'm fine. You know me. They must have ripped the F section out of my dictionary, because I don't know the meaning of the word fatigue.
She's the GOAT. Oh my gosh.
All this fatigue is really getting to me, though.
Do you think if she's on the battlefield, she just doesn't get fatigued either? She knows the meaning of the word just fine.
You want get a moist towelette? My skin's gonna dry out if I don't take off my makeup before bed.
And then with one last nonsensical murmur about her skin, Moko closed her eyes and her head went limp. And she died. She's okay, she's just sleeping. She'll probably need more time to recover completely. At least she's not in any serious danger. I'm sure she'll be fine once she gets some rest. And now that she's on school grounds, we can revive her if the worst happens. Hopefully it won't come to that, though. I hope so. Let's give her some privacy. She wouldn't like you watching her sleep no matter how fascinating it is to you. It's not fascinating. I'm gonna go. Nozomi and I slipped out of Moko's room quietly. Once we were outside, Nozomi had heaved a sigh of relief. This is such a load off of my mind. I can hardly believe Moko found her way back to us. I thought we'd be searching for her a lot longer. I always knew that she'd get back in the end, but I never expected it to be this easy. Let's hope that means that our luck is starting to turn. Hey, about the battle when Moko got captured, what exactly happened back then? If it's okay with you, I'd like to hear more about it all, how it all went down right now. That's fine. I guess I did skim over it before. Yeah, yes please. When we first woke up at the academy, we were scared and confused, but from what you've told me, it wasn't too different from how things were here. Moko took charge and stopped us from all falling apart. That's just the kind of person she is. She's a face. Whenever we were feeling down, she always knew what to say to cheer us up. Her smile could really light up a room. It's thanks to her that we learned to work as a real team. We'd never have managed it this far if it weren't for her. I wish we'd have someone like her here, for real, for real. But it wasn't just her personality. She could pull her weight in battle too, and then some. She'd plow through enemies that got in her way. It was amazing. I even saw her suplex suplex an invader the size of a train once. All right, you know how we were just talking. We've been like touching like, oh yeah, Kuraran, she's 100%. She's guaranteed. You know she's gonna appear in the AWE. Mozo. Or Moko, rather. She used wrestling moves on invaders. That is amazing. But then on our 10th day at the academy, a huge swarm of invaders attacked. It was only our second real battle. Even with Moko's help, we were totally out of our league. And on top of that, the invaders weren't attacking blindly. They had a strategy, and they executed it perfectly. What kind of strategy? They kept us busy with their main force on the north side of the school, while sending out strike teams to isolate and eliminate us one by one. We were still new to fighting and hadn't realized, and when we realized what was going on, we couldn't react in time. It didn't take them long to destroy the barrier.
Moko and I were the only ones left standing. Yugamu, Kurara, and Kyoshika were all dead.
Dang, it's kind of wild seeing them all dead like that.
Even worse, a stray shot put our revival-matic out of commission. And Nigo, the only one who knew how to repair it, was captured.
Oh no, so they were all about to die.
Really? Nigo?
If we couldn't get him back, those three would be gone forever. But I had my hands full just keeping the invaders away from the school.
That's wild.
Right when I thought my strength was going to fail me, Moko made her move. She knew losing Nigo would mean losing any hope of bringing the others back, so she charged right into the invaders' main force to rescue him.
She took them all on. Alone.
Yes, and there were a lot of them. More than enough to rival any squad we've fought since.
I don't know if it was adrenaline or latent power or just desperation, but she somehow managed to make it to Nigo and throw him to safety. After that, though, she barely had any energy left, and that's when they captured her, huh? Didn't kill, though. Nigo got the infirmary up and running and revived the others as fast as he could, but it was too late. The enemy was leaving, taking Moko with them. By the time we could fight again, they were already gone. Why would they take Moko and not just kill Moko? You know what I mean? The commander must have used his brainwashing arrows to make her come quietly, or that. That makes sense, too. And they may have been wanting to use Moko to attack the school instead. But then, I guess Moko would have escaped, and would have escaped the brainwashing too? Is there a world where Moko's still brainwashed? But I guess we destroyed the thing, so Moko shouldn't be brainwashed even if she was anymore. Anywho, if it hadn't been for her, they really would have been wiped out. She must have known how much, when she charged in, rather, that she wouldn't make it out again. She's just lucky that they decided to take her prisoner instead of killing her outright, exactly. Seeing her again, I couldn't help but get emotional. To do all of that and escape and find her way here on her own, she's so amazing. Yeah, there's really no other word for it. That's the part that bothers me, though. How did she escape and how did she find us? Yeah, I really hate to be that guy, but I'm kind of with Taki on this. This is all a little sus. Guess I'll have to ask her when she wakes up. Nozomi and I went our separate ways, and I spent the rest of the day lounging in my room. And that was day 50. We didn't find any invaders, but we still had plenty to think about. Interesting. Very interesting.
Get ready.
Yeah. Day
Prepare
51.
to spend another day. Be ready to
We didn't even get a chance to look at the courtroom? Not courtroom, courtyard. Bang, 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 objection. Not courtroom. Well, except for Ima and Kako, fair enough. Oh, what's up, Takamaru? What's up, Takumi? You pumped to start a new day? Yes, I am. Another day defending humanity's future. I'm totally raring to go. Heck, I've gotten all fired up about helping people. It just ain't right for me to sit on the sidelines and make, when you can make things better, you know? Appearances really can be deceiving. When I first met Takamaru, he seemed like a common street thug, but he's actually just a really nice guy. I think. He is. I like Takamaru a lot. If I had to rank these characters, I think pretty highly of most of them. Except for Gaku, you know, sometimes. He's okay sometimes, though. He's a bro sometimes, you know what I mean? I relate to Gaku a little bit, sometimes, from time to time. Where's this courtyard? Okay, so she's with Moko. Strange room? Oh, I know what that is. Never mind. I was like, what the heck is a strange room? Is this the courtyard? That's the entrance hall. Where's the courtyard? I do still wonder if there's any secrets. Okay, it's here. Any secrets in the girls' bathrooms? Oh, this place is nice. So this is the courtyard. Oh. Oh, there are actual... Interesting. Those cages over there, are they meant to keep animals safe? They have, like, whole beds. I don't think they're meant to keep animals safe. I think they're meant to keep people safe. They're too big for rabbits or guinea pigs. They actually look human-sized. So the gap between the bars are pretty narrow. Not even enough space to reach a hand through. There's a notice here. Let's see. The cages are fitted with electromagnetic waves and generators. They can be disabled. They can be used to disable prisoners, powers, and abilities. I see. Their powers, does that include Hemo Animo? Why would you need to lock anyone up, though? That is fascinating. I know they say animal pen, but I don't think that's the case. Just real quick, we could look at this fountain, I guess. Does water get recycled? Does it get filtered for hygiene reasons? Fair enough. Drumi got all excited the other day when looking at this cage. She's the last person we should hand the key over to. Alright, thank you. Does it mean I can go inside? No. I still can't. Alright, great. So that's everything in here. I mean, what if I want to go inside? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Alright, well, this is noted. I'm sure it will be used in the future. Shoma, you're in the hallway here. I would guess you were in the hallway near the courtyard since it's a new area. Alright, well, maybe not. He's on the way to the cafeteria. Hello, Takumi. Say, have you been to the courtyard? If you haven't, it's still worth taking a look around. The plants are really well maintained, and there's even animal pens there. Well, who's maintaining them now? You gotta think. I guess they probably like auto-maintain. There's no animals in them right now, but they look like they'd be a nice place to live. If they're big enough, then you could fit a whole person inside too. Maybe you've already seen them already. If that's the case, ignore me. I'm sorry for being such an insufferable what? Buttinsky? Goodness gracious. Okay, we're on the first floor. We might as well just walk to the cafeteria. It's around the corner here. That's the garage. Metal shop. Okay, well maybe it's not around the corner, and I went all the way around. There we go. Hey, I walked here, you guys. I know we have the power to teleport. Kako and Emo were in the cafeteria. I'd expected that, but Nozomi was missing too. Are those peculiar siblings still enshrining our company? It seems like it. Spending all their time in Emo's room, I'm starting to worry about them. What could they be doing in there all day? Probably something cliche and mundane, like planning a suicide pact. There's nothing mundane about that. I was gonna say, I don't know if mundane would be the word I'd use, but you know, knowing those two, mainly Emo. Brother and sister alone together? Perhaps they're... Nay, such a thing would be far too outrageous. Do I want to know what you're imagining? Who needs them anyway? No point in worrying too much. I haven't seen Nozomi this morning either. Is my pathetic presence repelling her? She's fine. Moko still hasn't woken up, so she's decided to watch over her and make sure she's okay. Too bad for you, huh, Takumi? Huh? I mean, I wasn't... Oh, you're blushing. Don't try and hide it, man. I can read you like a book. You want to get up and close and personal with Nozomi, right? Maybe wrap your hand around her heart and feel its warmth before it beats its last. You were going to set Kiyoshika off.
Hey!
Was that a threat? Was it meant to sound romantic? I seriously can't tell with you. Young love. Why couldn't I have ended up in a killing game with someone with an itchy trigger finger? Don't sell yourself short, Darumi. You can't just throw your life away with the first murderer who takes an interest in you. Those one-night stabs rather might seem exciting, but there's so much more meaning in a committed relationship. One where you let your bloodlust grow over time. Trust me, your death has value. You need to treat it with respect. Gotta hand it to you. If you take all the serial killer crap out, that almost sounds like good advice. Almost. Almost. They were like, if you take out like 5 words in there, it sounds like great advice. How is Moko doing? Even in the state she was in, I don't think she'd stay unconscious this long. There she... Wait, this is a more sinister finger guns. Why not kill her and fix her up that way? Surely you jest. Even if she can be revived, Lady Moko is still our friend. We would never willingly harm her. Even I don't want to off her that way. It'd be such a waste of a good target. Do you guys have to talk about death and killing so much? I'm trying to eat. And not trying to barf. It is a lot to deal with first thing. I guess we can put this discussion on hold until later. After a while, we finished our breakfast, left the cafeteria, went back to our rooms, which means more free time. Okay. Cool. I'm not sure how much longer this episode's gonna go on. I feel like we're about to make like a breakthrough in this arc of the game, I guess, the Moko's back arc. But it also feels like I don't know what we're gonna do, you know? I wonder, are we gonna capture the next commander and just put them in the cage? I know what I want to do with my free time though. I'm still trying to get not yes science or not science. No, I think I'm trying to get the last two, so social studies and gym. No, it's science and gym. So yeah, I could hang out with Yugumo, which I don't know if that's the best idea. We could do gym though. We'll see. We got two notches for two notches for gym now. Out of the 4 that we need. So maybe we do science. Get a notch or 2 there. It looks like science is the one that is the thing, so we'll go here. Although I kind of want to read about science too, you know what I'm saying? Here, we'll do a double science day. Hey, what's up? You're all just standing there. Yugumu, what are you doing here? I was just pondering the difference between life and death. After revival, I'm sorry, between life before and after revival, I was looking at the revival matic. The differences? When we die, we're thrown into the revival matic and our bodies are brought back. Our bodies come back in perfect condition as if death never happened at all. We can never really say for certain we're the same person we were when we were brought back. What do you mean? Of course we're the same person if we're back. You're right, our body is the same, but my problem lies with our consciousness. Consciousness? Wonder if I can truly conclude that my consciousness after being resurrected is the same me that existed prior to resurrection. Yeah, that's the one thing that I really didn't want to use the revival matic for. Not because I feel like it's going to be something that will not turn on us, but like what happened in the second last Defense Academy. It's something I said a couple episodes ago, I think, that I don't trust this thing entirely, you know what I'm saying? I digress though. It can very well be that way for all of us, our mere copies. Couldn't keep up with what Yugumu was saying, but for whatever reason it gave me goosebumps. Dun 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 dun. Went by 6. And we still have the afternoon before late evening. So Yugumu's out there. We could hang out with Kiyoshika for gym. Let's do that. She's right there. What's up? Oh, Sir Takumi, I must live in this room from now on. Why? The more I look at this room, the cooler it gets. It's like some dark and mysterious secret cool base. What's so cool about a creepy place like this? We literally call it the creepy room, girl. Do you even know what it's for? The purpose of the room is irrelevant. All that matters is that it has a cool vibe. I let feelings... Okay, so she's this weird combination of Marin from Fire Emblem, Engage. Kind of a dwindled down a little bit Tinko from Danganronpa V3. And there's somebody else that it was in my mind when I was like, she's this weird combination of these 3 characters. I don't remember who that 3rd character is right now, but it's gonna come to me, and I feel like it really ties everything together. But for now, we'll just say a weeb, and we'll continue. So I decided to live, I shall live here, and so it shall be. I forcibly dragged Yoshika out of the strange room, so she was so determined to stay in it. Cool. Excellent. So mobility went up. And it's the evening announcement.
You never will then.
It's kind of weird, like this whole route is kind of a tutorial, because it's like, oh yeah, here's how to play as this character, and this character, and this character. Oh wait, with all the excitement of Moko showing up, I completely forgot. I was supposed to tell everyone about my encounter with the Ghost Boy the night before. I never figured out what happened after I was knocked out. He could still be in the school here for all we know. If I start talking about it now, though, I'll probably only make everyone more confused. So you're gonna keep it to yourself? I resolved to bring it up, oh, you mean tonight at night, I see. Tomorrow morning, for now, it was late, I needed to get some sleep. Day 52. It's gonna be another attack to stop him from telling everybody? Be a little crazy.
Ready.
Or it could be
Prepare.
Moko who
Dispense,
stops
be
him.
ready to give your...
Okay, time to go to the cafeteria and tell everyone what happened. Did he describe the Ghost Boy or just said that there was a Ghost Boy? Because, like, there's a world where somebody knows who that is. That being said, none of us know each other except for the Wonder Twins, but, like, Shoma... Ghost Boy wasn't in any of the pods, and we saw everybody's pod, but I think one might have been covered up. That could have been Moko's pod, or it could have been Ghost Boy's pod, who knows? Nozomi, what's up? Moko's still unconscious. She's able to swallow liquids, and sometimes she seems like she's vaguely aware of her surroundings. I cannot but worry, though. I'm going to stay by her side until she's ready to wake up. That's going to be a lot of work. Remember to take care of yourself as well, okay? I know. I came back to change and freshen up. I should be getting back to Moko now. Alright, goodbye. The longer Moko stays unconscious, the worse Nozomi is going to feel. I hope she wakes up soon. For Nozomi's sake, not for anybody else's. Alright, nobody else is around. I'm sorry, are the twins not in their room? Oh, so some BS is about to go crazy, I see. Yeah, because the Wonder Twins are back in the cafeteria. Uh-oh. You busy brainwashing your sister? It was a peaceful morning. Those, if I was expecting a peaceful moment that morning, rather, those hopes were shattered the moment I got into the cafeteria.
I told you! I've had enough!
Here it goes. Huh? Unless there's a plan between the two of them. Kako and Ima, they're actually here today? What's going on? Uh-oh. How's everyone else feel about this? It's all happening right now. Fight, fight, fight! Is Lady Kako going through a rebellious phase? Well, I remember the holy Jumanji sword got like that. Every time I tried to hug her, she'd slice me up, but looking back on it, she was still endearing in her own way. Oh my gosh, you were hugging the sword, my guy. Eita, how do you feel about this conflict? Kako and Ima are having some sort of disagreement. I'd never seen them like this before. And Takamaru? Now things are getting interesting. Talk to Kako, you'll see what I mean. Alright, I will. But you first? What's going on with those two? I've got a bad feeling about this. And you, Kurara? First they disappear for days on end, now they're getting all dramatic. I liked it better the way things were before. Yeah, you and me both. You hate conflict. Kako and Ima are, well, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna explain it. You're better off asking Kako about it yourself. Yugumu? You should talk to Kako, this is her moment. And Kaku? Never seen Kaku get so angry. She's totally really scary. Alright, well, let's see how scary she is. Next time, no, I'm not doing it, guys. Yo, hey Kako, what's up? Is something wrong? I can't take it anymore. Always doing what my brother tells me, staying in his room all day. I've had enough of it. At this rate, we'll pass the whole 100 days just hiding, not doing anything useful. I don't want that. I want...
I want to fight too! Just like everyone else.
Uh-oh. You do? Well, it's about time, but hey, better late than never. Of course you can join the team. Let's 86 those invaders and save the world together.
Don't be so ridiculous. Who gives a rat's ass about the world?
It sounds like Kako does. All of you do you see what you've done? Are you proud of yourselves? All your ridiculous talk of teamwork and fighting for a greater cause has poisoned my sister's dear mind. No one's poisoned me, brother dearest. Why are you always like this? You never let me do anything. You never even called me by my name. Do you have any idea how much I hate that sister dearest stuff? Uh-oh. I know you don't want me to get hurt, but I can't go on like this anymore. Everyone was working so hard putting their lives on the line while we're just keeping ourselves safe.
If you want to be a coward, you can do it alone.
Whoa! A coward? Sister dearest, why would you say such an awful thing to me? I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. How much longer is this family drama gonna go on? I'm falling asleep over here. Shh, dump it in. They need to work this out between the two of them. Brother dearest, please, for once, just listen to me. Let me do what I want. This is important. Let me fight.
Let me do something that matters. That's all I ask.
Well, this is a surprise. I don't think I've ever heard you speak so forcefully, sister dearest. You're really serious about this, aren't you? I guess there's only one thing for me to do then.
I have to punish you for stepping so far out of line and give you a thorough re-education.
Oh, that's not good, Ima. Hold on. That's so bad. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. I'm supposed to be defending him? Well, let's hear him out. What? Come along back to our room. You need a stern talking to. No, please. Come along, sister dearest. Do as your dear brother says. Ima grabbed Kaku's hand and started to drag her towards the door, but before he could get there... Yeah, that's enough. Give it a rest, man. Takamaru stepped in to block their path. I don't care if you are her brother. You have no right to treat Kako like this. If you really love her, you shouldn't you respect her opinion a little more? What did you say? What makes you think you have any right to decide what's best for my dear sister?
I have to protect her from herself, if necessary. Now, get out of my way!
Now, he is the combination of, like, Cory and Kokichi, which is a really bizarre combination. Ima moved too fast for me to follow. One moment, he was reaching into his pocket. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, he stabbed him! The next, he shoved something sharp and deadly into Takamaru's side.
Takamaru!
You piece of shit.
It's your own fault for interfering. I am my dear sister's protector. Her rock, her guiding light, her everything. Her happiness is my responsibility and mine alone. She is what gives my life meaning.
Alright, well that is what we're gonna have to use. That's what we're gonna have to use to convince him,
I would do anything to keep her safe. Any act of violence, or cowardice, or cruelty, nothing is too extreme for me.
Did he kill him? Takamaru fell to the ground, a red puddle spreading beneath him. No freaking way, he straight up shoved him. There's so much blood, kinda gets you in the mood, doesn't it? Woohoo! The killings have finally started! Gosh darn it, come on, we have to stop the bleeding. We can use a tablecloth for bandages. Someone help me tear it into strips. But if I touch anything, my total failure, pathogens could infect the wound. Never mind that, just do it. We all crowded around doing whatever we could to help our fallen friend. Wait a minute, the culprits escaped. Huh? Kurara was right. While the rest of us were busy tending to Takamaru's injury, Ima had disappeared. And he'd taken Kako with him.
Hey!
They're both gone. Wasn't anyone watching the door? The coward. A true warrior would stand and face retribution for his actions. Look at all that blood. I'm about to start drooling. Yo, come on. Let's deal with Takamaru first. I think he's passed out from losing so much blood. We should dress the wound and get him somewhere where he can rest. There's no rush. If he dies, we can just take him to the infirmary and bring him back. We just have to try and save him. Someone help me with his legs. Honestly, I think we should probably just let the infirmary do the thing. You know what I'm saying? We did our best to get Takamaru patched up, then Eito, Yagamu, Gaku, and I carried him back to his room. My gosh, he stabbed him. Also, this is his room? Very purple. Alright, lower him down gently.
Huh?
Right. Once we got him into bed, we thought the hard part was over, but we were wrong. Takamaru's eyes flew open and he tried to get back up. He was like, I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, I was gonna say, that son of a bitch, where is he? I'm gonna tear him apart limb from fucking limb. Yo, stop moving. You need to rest. This is... tis but a flesh wound. It barely even hurts. You're not fooling anyone, man. He cut you open. Of course it hurts. Bringing you back to full health with a revival-matic's always an option. What do you say? We can make it quick. Don't give me that. Dying in battle's one thing, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna let something like this do me in. Of course, death isn't an option, something to be treated lightly, even if we have the option of bringing people back.
Hey!
In that case, you have to stay here and rest until your wounds heal. Don't tell me what to do. I can get up just... Dude, he stabbed you in the guts. See, what did I tell you? You're lucky it's not worse. Damn it, I'll get that little bastard for this. Nobody pulls a knife on Takamaru Yakushiji and gets away with it. You hear that? Ima's mine. Don't go passing any vigilante justice until I'm back on my feet. Yeah, sure. Not like I was about to go after him. I just don't understand. Why would he do something like this to a friend? Ima's not our friend, dude. He's always been protective of Kako, but this is taking it to another level. Yeah, I don't feel like I should talk to Ima. I feel like that's a bad idea. Usually I'm like, oh yeah, I can convince you to join the fight, but instead, he stabbed someone, so I'm not sure if... that's a whole nother level when I get my hands on him. Why did it have to be Takamaru he lashed out at? Things are only gonna get worse from now on. We spent the rest of the day tending to Takamaru, forcing him back down whenever he tried to get up. Eventually he fell asleep and we finally felt confident leaving him alone. It was pretty late, so I went back to my room. What a day. As if we didn't have enough on our plates with Moko's condition, now we have to worry about Emo going postal on us. He's gone too far. What was he thinking? He was thinking, I have to re-educate my dear sister. Stab, stab, stabbity stab, 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 right in your chest. Or I guess in your gut. Huh? What's that? As I looked absent-mindedly around my room, I caught something that hadn't been there before. Is that a piece of paper on the ground? Yeah, I kind of noticed that too. There's a scrap of paper by the door. How did this get here? Some kind of note? Did someone leave it for me while I was gone? I picked up the paper and turned it, to find a message on the other side. side. Once you reach the other side. The handwriting was messy and rough as if it had been written in a hurry. Please convince my brother to let me fight. No, 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 no. Huh? This is... I didn't recognize the writing, but given the content, this could only have come from Kako. She must have slipped away from Ima at some point and slid under my door. She wants me to get Ima to change his mind. Yeah, what if he stabs me? Doesn't seem like the kind of guy who can be won over with a little argument. Not to mention, if I say the wrong thing, he might stab me too. Right.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so...
Or the Emas might attack, bro. Yeah, it's getting late. I'm gonna go to sleep after all. And yeah, I'll ask around. If I'm going to talk to Ema, rather, I need all the help that I can get. Still puzzling over Kako's request, I slipped into a light troubled sleep. 52, done. We're going down, down in an early round. Sugar, we're going down swinging.
Get ready, prepare to be ready to give your alarm.
Who goes there? Who'd be calling on me this early? I was about to end the episode. I guess I could say, we'll never... No, let's talk to whoever it is. It's probably our boy Eito. Still feeling groggy, I opened the door and was met with a bright greeting and a cheery smile. Yep, it's our boy. That's not the our boy that I was thinking about. This is me joking and saying it's our boy. Oh no. Good morning, Mr. Sumino. Ema, forgive me for skipping the small talk. I'm going to come right out and ask, are you hiding something from me? Hiding something? Perhaps I'm just imagining it, but then again, maybe I'm not. Well, which is it? Yeah, I'm hiding something from you. Wouldn't say I was hiding it from you, but I did find a note from Kako last night. Never actually saw her, though. She probably just slipped it under the door. That does look like my sister's handwriting, may I? This is crazy, because that's the first choice that I've gotten this whole game. Crunch, without waiting for an answer, Ema took it from me and screwed it up into a tight ball. Hey, what are you doing? My dear sister clearly puts a lot of stock in your oratory skills. If she thinks that'd work on me... How about we make a deal, Mr. Sumino? Huh? A deal? If you really need more firepower, I don't mind joining the team. What? I do have one condition, though. You have to convince my dear sister not to fight. Convince Kako? Huh? She's going through a rebellious phase. No matter what I say, she refuses to see sense. I'd like to use your talent for talking to people to get her to give up on the silly notion of fighting like the rest of you. If you can do that, I'll gladly put my life on the line instead. You really mean that? Cross my heart. Any attempt to put my dear sister on the battlefield is doomed to failure. She must be protected, not a protector. She just needs someone to convince her that this is for the best. That's where you come in. If you can manage that, I'll do enough fighting for the both of us. Well, do we have a deal? No, we don't.
Duh?
Don't be like that, Mr. Sumino. Do we have a deal? I think we have a deal. Man. Okay, well, hear me out. I'm gonna save here real quick. Where are we? We'll save here real quick. And, you know, just in case. No. 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 All right. Well, I don't think this is a real choice, you guys. I think I'm doing my darndest to, you know, I'm trying to split the timeline here, y'all. I'm trying to break the timeline here, y'all. I'm trying doing my due diligence, y'all. I'm trying. Oh, you try so hard. Fine, I guess we're out here. All right. I have a feeling you're not gonna take no for an answer anyway. You didn't. Another astute observation. Thanks to you for making this so easy, Mr. Samino. Believe me, you made the right choice. My dear sister is a lot of things, but a fighter is not one of them. If one of us has to get our hands dirty, it should be me. Anyone can see that. Okay. Just so long as you hold up your end of the deal. I've already given you my word. Do I look like a liar now? Yes, actually. Yes, that's why I mentioned it. By the way, what if I can't persuade her? What do you do then? Tut, such a negative attitude. Ill becomes of you, Mr. Sumino. If that does happen, though, maybe I'll just break down the door to the defense room and end the war that way. What? So long as my dear sister can live the rest of her life in peace and safety, I don't care what happens to the rest of humanity or the pal. You realize that she is a part of humanity, right? she would die. If I judge that this war is putting her in undue danger, I won't hesitate to end it by any means necessary. So Ima said this with the same placid smile on his face that he always wore. If I didn't know any better, I might have thought he was joking. I did know better, though. Behind that smile, he was dead serious. He would gladly doom humanity if it meant keeping his sister safe. She really is his entire world. Now that that is settled, you should get to work. If you can't talk her around by the time Mr. Yakushiji recovers, it will only complicate matters.
Hey!
And remind me, whose fault is that again? Because you stabbed him. Guilty as charged. Well, good luck. Hate is not a word that I use often, but you know, he's a goober, he is. Emo waved nonchalantly and sauntered out of the room, looking like he didn't have a care in the world. So I guess I'll be trying to convince Kako, not Ima. I don't like it, but Ima hasn't given me a lot of choice. He's not going to budge on this, I can tell. And honestly, he does have a point about Kako not being much of a fighter. I just have to act like I've accepted his request, then turn it around on her once she's opened up to me. Kind of a rotten thing to do, but it's for the greater good. I'll start by asking the others about her. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I actually hate that. I thought we were gonna get some different shenanigans there. I guess give me this. Huh. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna do things that I hate in a minute. Well, I'll do it in a minute. This is actually gonna be the episode split for you guys. I'm gonna continue playing for a little bit longer because I wanted to get a good chunk of this out of today's recording. I thought we'd get a little bit further than day 53, but you know, this game has some content. And by some content, I mean a lot of content. So, we will continue as we go on, as the beat goes on. Toodaloo Flight Crew, until next time, thank you for watching. But no, I think I've talked enough theory in between this episode, so maybe we don't do any theory talking. I like to do a little theory talk at the end of the episode, but I did during the episode a lot. I think I'm still kind of not settled on, you can never settle on a theory in a game like this until you're like closer to the end. And really we're just at the beginning. We're halfway there, a little bit more than halfway there through the first of these 100 days. I'm keeping my options open and flexible as we get more information. I do like that, like, some of these books, and I think I'm gonna keep reading books during free time, as well, just to see what else is blocked out, because the one for linguistics, did, you know, kind of give us a good chunk of information. And the fact that the moon up in the sky, that's something we didn't really talk about, because there was so much happening in that scene. He said the moon looked closer. I don't know, it's starting to feel like, hey, we're not on Earth. Like, we're not on planet Earth right now. And maybe we haven't been for hundreds of years. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But the fact that there's some sort of, like, Death Star, space station-esque thing that's all white in the sky, I'm not sure if we've seen the actual moon. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing. But my other thing is, maybe that thing was only in the sky for that night, because I feel like, with how well studied, Ato is, he would have realized, okay, there's something up with that moon. It has a metallic surface and a rock-style surface. But I guess because like the thing is, he wasn't out that night, and certainly in these 53 days, he's seen the moon before. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I do think there might be a real moon, so maybe we are on Earth, but the moon that we saw that night was not the moon, huh? So it has me wondering, is this like And, you know, there are quote-unquote invaders. And why would we be calling them invaders if they're, like, just here to put out the Earth's will? A lot of what they told us about the world end just feels a little fishy. I think there might be some truth behind it, but I think over hundreds of years that truth has been washed up. Or maybe we're being run through the paces by some aliens or something, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that could be going on, and we still have to remember that these commanders might be like either different versions of us or just different versions of like humans who are also using hemoanima. We could just be like entertainment for aliens at some point. That might be the whole name of this game. 100-line defense. The 100-line Last Defense Academy. I always am trying to think about what in the title, you know, does this mean? I don't know. I'm spitballing, and I said I wasn't gonna spitball at the end of this, but it happened anyway. Until next time, which will be very shortly for me. I'm gonna get something to eat real quick, and I'm gonna record a couple more hours. You know, it'll be a good time. Toodaloo Flight Crew. Thank you for watching.